Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. Welcome to Last Drafts Baseball's live coverage of an MLB game. And today we are going to feature the Oakland Athletics and the Detroit Tigers from Comerica Park in Detroit, Michigan. It is Last Drafts Baseball is not affiliated with Major League Baseball, the MLB, PA, or their sponsors. We are providing our opinions and our views on the coverage of this game. And we will be giving you all the play-by-play throughout today's affair. We'll be back in just a couple moments with the starting lineups. Again, it's the Oakland Athletics and the Detroit Tigers. We hope you can stick around and join us for today's matchup. The first pitch is going to be at 1:10 Eastern Time. Hopefully you can stick around for all the call, or if not, if you're listening on delay, we're glad that you are with us. Hang tight, everybody.
Would you like to support Last Drafts Baseball? We would appreciate it if you did. Be sure to check out our eBay page where we have baseball merchandise. We also have stuff from the Japanese League for those who listen from Japan, but we also do other sports like football and basketball as well. Don't forget, visit Last Drafts Baseball's eBay store to help support the channel. We'll be glad you did.
Hello, kids. Steve coming at you. It's Steve Rademacher. And if you like interesting stuff, if you like to laugh a little bit, and if you enjoy collecting, this channel's for you. If you like non-sport cards, we have them. You like pseudo-sport cards, we open them. Even if you like entire boxes of completely pointless stuff or other sports, we have everything here. I drop a different video every day, and there's always a theme to it, from No Filter Friday to Saturday morning cartoons, even Sunday shoutouts. Once in a while, we'll get a little froggy and show Money Money Monday, where I showcase a bunch of my currency. We have Legos, we have Star Wars, we have a good time. We even have my brother on Takeover Tuesday. Be there or be square. Back to Freddie.
Welcome back, everybody, and we are going to give you the starting lineups for today's ball game. We'll first give you the lineup for the visiting Oakland Athletics. Leading off and playing second base wearing number 1 is Josh Harrison. Batting second and playing center field wearing number 2 is Starling Marte. Batting third and playing first base wearing number 28 is Matt Olson. In the cleanup spot, batting fourth, playing third base is Matt Chapman. Batting fifth and doing the designated hitting is number 18, Jed Lowry. Batting sixth and playing in right field today wearing number 20 is Mark Canna. Batting seventh in the left field wearing number 5 is Tony Kemp. Batting eighth and doing the catching wearing number 23 is Yan Gomes. And batting ninth and playing shortstop wearing number 17 is Elvis Andrews. And they are going to be facing the right-handed slants of rookie right-hander Matt Manning. Detroit Tiger righty is 3-5 on the season with a 5.46 earned run average. Manning is the third pitcher, or the third rookie pitcher in the trilogy of Tigers, including Casey Mize and Tariq Skubal, to make their major league debuts this year. And so he's going to be taking to the hill for the Tigers this afternoon. Now for the home team from Detroit, the Detroit Tigers will send the bat at Akil Baddoo. He's going to lead off and play center field. Batting second is the first baseman today, Jonathan Scope. Batting third in left field is Robbie Grossman. In the cleanup spot and doing the designated hitting will be J-Mar Candelario. Batting fifth and doing the catching is Eric Haas. Batting sixth and playing third base is Harold Castro. Batting seventh and playing shortstop is Nico Goodrum. Batting eighth and playing second base is Willie Castro. And batting ninth, playing in right field, is Victor Reyes. And they will be facing Frankie Montez today, who brings a record of 10-9 to the hill with a 3.66 ERA. Of course, the Oakland Athletics are still in a playoff hunt, and they're looking to try to extend to close the gap on the Houston Astros. They are still probably closer in the wild card coming into today than they are to catching the Stros, but the Stros have been beat up lately after a series in Seattle and have now allowed both the Mariners and the Athletics to close the gap on them for the division lead. We'll be back in just a couple moments with the call of all the action. The first pitch is slated for 10:10 Eastern Time. We're about 3 minutes away. Stick around, everybody. We'll be right back after these tunes.
Are you into digital cards? Last Wraps Baseball has you covered as we do daily Top Spun Digital 21 card breaks. This new wave of collecting allows baseball fans to collect digital cards and compete against each other for prizes. Check out our daily breaks and send us a trade to Last Wraps. Be sure to tell your friends.
Domo arigato. Sorry if I mispronounced that. I'm new at this. Thank you for watching Last Wraps Baseball. Tell all your friends and family to come check him out, ask some questions during the telecast, and give him a good sub and a thumbs up. And this is Steve coming back at you, and some new things on my channel. Star Wars figures that everybody likes. We have Mad magazines from the 1970s. We try to avoid the Noid. And for your pleasure, once in a while, we can open up Michael Jackson if you want, the cards. We have Elvis. We have Sadahar O. We love everything that is everything, so we even have the Beatles fighting with lightsabers. Look at that, John and George. Once in a while, we'll even have my brother take over my channel on a Tuesday. So once again, everybody tell your friends, come see Freddie at Last Wraps Baseball. And right now, I'm going to kick it right back to you, Freddie.
Thanks again, Steve. We appreciate your support of our channel, and in turn, we like to support Steve's channel. And so it is ready to get go. We're ready to get going here in just a couple moments. The Detroit Tigers are taking the field. Temperature is 74 degrees. It is mostly sunny with some cloud in the area in Detroit. And we're about ready to get this one underway as Manning is completing his tune-up tosses. It's a beautiful day for baseball in the Motor City. And of course, there is no rain slated in the forecast of this afternoon's game. The Oakland Athletics will be sending Josh Harrison to the plate. It's a very interesting lineup for the A's. They built this team on some homegrown players and also picking players off of the scrap heap. And certainly leading off of this ball game here is Josh Harrison. Harrison had spent some time. It's bounced around really since he was in the Pittsburgh Pirate organization. He had a tour with Detroit. He's been with Washington, and now he has landed himself in the Oakland A's organization, and he is playing very well. He's batting .297 on the season. He's got 8 homers and 46 runs batted in. He also has 9 stolen bases. The Oakland A's as a team traditionally have not been a team in the last few years that can really run, but they do have a couple of guys who can motor on the base paths today. Starling Marte, 46 stolen bases. He's hitting in the 2 spot. And so here comes the first pitch of the ball game from Matt Manning, and that is a fastball taken for a called strike. And the count is 0-1. We're underway at 1:11 p.m. Eastern time. There's a fastball delivered to Harrison. It swung on and fouled away. The count is quickly 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. Manning gets the sign from his battery mate, Eric Haas. He kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that misses outside, and the count is now 1-2. Hobbyist says he's working on a new series, but he not sure if he's going to get it done in time. And here's the fastball to Manning. It is swung on and missed, and that is going to retire Harrison for the first out here in the first inning. So 1 up and 1 away, and that'll bring up a Starling Marte to the plate. The hobbyist, if you haven't checked out his channel, be sure to do it. He's always got some interesting things going on. He does his wrestling rips. He has his daughters involved, and it's always a good time over at his channel. Now batting is Marte. Marte is with his 4th organization now. He spent most of his career in the Pittsburgh Pirates organization. Then he was with Arizona this year with the Marlins, and now often in Oakland A uniform and in a playoff hunt. And here's the pitch from Manning. It's a fastball fouled away, and the count is 1-1. There's the first pitch for a ball, which was up in the zone. Starling Marte, 46 stolen bases. He has stole 40 bases one other time in his career, but it's been a number of years since he has done that. It was back in actually, this is the 3rd time in his career, but it was the first time since 2016. 2016, he stole 47 bases, and there's a pitch that swung on and fouled away, and the count is 1-2. Marte, in that season, was also an all-star. He was a part of an Oakland outfield that had Gregory Polanco and Andrew McCutchen, and was also considered to be the best outfield in all of baseball. It's amazing how that window closed very quickly. There's a pitch from Manning. It's a fastball at 96 miles an hour, which is out of the zone, and the count is now 2-2. Starling Marte stabilizing the outfield for the Oakland A's. With the suspension to Ramon Laureano, he has moved right in and has not missed a beat. In fact, it might have been an upgrade. There's a fastball that misses from Manning outside, and the count is now 3 balls and 2 strikes to Marte. Marte gets himself dug in. He really waggles the bat around. He's got his hands moving all the time. His lower half is stable. He's in a balanced stance. And here's the 3-2 from Manning. It is a breaking ball that misses upstairs, and Starling Marte has drawn himself a 1-out walk here in the first inning. Marte is definitely a threat to run. So we're going to have to keep an eye on him and if he's going to run on the first pitch or not. The umpires today behind home plate, it's Sean Barber. Dan Bellino is working at first. Marvin Hudson is the second base umpire. Larry Vanover is holding the bag down at third base. So Matt Manning working from the stretch. He holds at the belt. He kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on. It's fouled away over on the third base side. The count is 0-1. Matt Olson is the hitter, and on the season, he's hitting .275. He's got 32 homers to go with 87 runs batted in. Big left-handed stick is an imposing figure. And there's a throw over to first base, and Marte gets back in time. Marte really doesn't have a big lead right now, sizing up the pitcher Manning. Marte gets his lead off of first. It's only about 10 or so feet. Pitch to the plate is a fastball swung on and fouled away by Olson, and the count now runs to 0-2. Matt Olson having a very solid campaign again for the Oakland A's, the middle of the order with Olson and Chapman, both major run producers for the Athletics. So keep an eye on Marte here with the 0-2 count. He does like to run. Manning comes set at the belt. He kicks and he delivers, and it is a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count is 1-2. Often watching the game within a game, be able to freeze the base runners. The hold counts are important. Manning certainly, once he comes set, however long he holds the ball, he likes to vary his timing, and there is a breaking ball swung on. It's grounded over to second. It's fielded by the second baseman this afternoon, Willie Castro. He flips it over to first to scope covering, and that is going to retire Olson on a ground out 4-3. but it is going to advance the runner Starling Marte. That ball had to bring Castro into the 4-hole, moving to his left, and the easiest play was to first base. So that's going to leave it up to the third baseman, Matt Chapman. Chapman on the season is hitting .221. He's got 23 homers and 63 runs batted in. That's from the right side. Marte is in scoring position, and here is the pitch coming from Manning. It is a breaking ball that catches the outside corner, and the count is 0-1. Chapman has been steady this year. His production's probably a little bit down for his liking. He's had some nicks and bruises, but he's been playing through the injuries. Marte jockeying at second base. And there's a fastball that swung on and fouled away. And the count is 0-2. Steve Rademacher in the house. Welcome. I've had some of his videos airing between commercials. Be sure to check out Steve Rademacher and his channel. And you have an opportunity. He is a big Milwaukee Brewers fan, but we don't hold that against him. So here we go back to the action, and here's the pitch from Manning. It's a fastball that 97 miles an hour that misses just upstairs. And the count is now 1-2. Last night, the Tigers had to use the come-from-behind method to win the game against the Oakland A's. They ended up winning 8-6 last night. It was Miguel Cabrera and Akil Baddoo were a part of that mix to help bring the victory home for Detroit. There's a fastball that misses upstairs to Chapman, and the count is now 2-2. Manning gets the sign from his catcher, Haas. He comes set at the belt. He checks the runner, Marte, at second. He checks him again. And there is a changeup that misses outside, and the count is now 3-2 to Chapman. This is going to be the 20th pitch coming up to the A's here in the top of the first. The one thing that you can see about Manning is he's not sharp right now. He doesn't have great command over his pitches. Here comes the 3-2 pitch to Chapman. It's a fastball, and it hits him. I don't know if it's hit him or hit the bat. Time has been called. It has plunked him, and he is on his way to first base. There's nothing worse than getting hit on a 3-2 pitch. And that's exactly what happens with a 96-mile-an-hour heater. But that's kind of been the story for Matt Chapman this year. He's got these little bruises, nicks, and bumps. As we catch the replay, it's right up around the hand. Hold his hands back. He lost control of the bat. The trainer is out to see him right now, but it looks like he's going to stay in the ball game. Take a quick look at his hand. So the trainer is out there. Looks like he got him on the top of the left hand. It looks like he's going to stay in the game. He's talking with the umpires, and actually what's happening is A.J. Hinch has come out, and he's talked to the home plate umpire, and he's going to ask to review it and see if this is a foul ball or not. And as we see the replay of this, as they go to the replay booth, it looks like it didn't get any of his hand at all. It looks like it went right off the knob of the bat. So we may have a reversal here. So this is going to be very interesting. Chapman definitely sold it, that he was hit on the left hand. But the umpires are now got the headsets on. They're looking at the review here. This may be overturned. Our replay showed it looked like it hit the knob of the bat. He was actually choked up just a little bit off the end of the bat on the 3-2 pitch. And so here comes the reversal, and it is going to be no longer a hit by pitch. They're bringing him back up to the plate. So that is going to be ruled a foul ball, and we're going to do this all over again. So he didn't sell it as well as I guess he should have. And that is the beauty of instant replay today in Major League Baseball. So Chapman's going to do the 3-2 pitch all over again. This is going to be the 26th pitch of the inning for Matt Manning. Manning comes set at the belt. sorry, check that. It's the 21st pitch. Here's the pitch. It is a breaking ball down in the dirt. And that is going to draw the walk. So one pitch extra to get Chapman to first base. He draws a 2-out walk, and that's going to mean that Starling Marte is at second, Chapman is at first. And that will bring up the designated hitter, Jed Lowrie, to the plate. Lowrie is hitting .252. He's got 13 homers and 64 runs batted in. Veteran Oakland A is having himself a fine season, batting from the left side. Manning holds the ball at the belt. He kicks and he delivers. It's a breaking ball that misses down and in, and the count is 1-0. Jed Lowrie is one of the, or arguably one of the most consistent hitters in the Oakland A lineup over the last 3 weeks. And there's a fastball swung on. This is lifted into deep left center field. Moving back on the track is the center fielder, Badu, and this ball is gone. It is going right into the bullpen area. And Jed Lowrie has just hit himself a 3-run homer here in the first inning to put the Oakland Athletics out in front of the Tigers. 3-0. He went down and got himself a pitch. He was able to drive into the opposite field gap. And that ball just got out in a big hurry. And now the score is 3-0 for the Athletics. You catch the replay of that one again. He really did a good job. He kept his hands inside the ball, went the other way. He hit it into the bullpen just shy of the stands where the bullpens are situated in Detroit. And so just like that, the Athletics are up 3-0, and the first pitch to so 1 ball and no strikes to Canna. Canna on the season is hitting .236. He's got 13 homers and 46 RBIs, and Manning drops a changeup in for a called strike, and the count is now 1-1. It's a similar feeling to how the Tigers have been playing lately, where they've been coming from behind to win their games. As long as the starting pitching can keep them around. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count is 1-2. If the starting pitching can keep them in the ball games, the back end of the bullpen for the Tigers has been very solid this year. Canna has stepped out of the box, and he's resetting himself. He's getting himself ready to go. Now he gets himself dug in. Here's the pitch from Manning. It's a fastball that misses outside, and the count is now 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Manning is approaching the 30 pitch mark here in the first inning. It'll be interesting to see how long A.J. Hinch lets him go. There's a breaking ball swung on, and that's tap foul on the third base side. They're managing pitch counts and possibly number of innings that, maybe not so much innings, but certainly pitch counts that Manning is going to deliver today. And he gets the sign from his catcher, Haas. He goes into the motion. He kicks and delivers. There is a breaking ball swung on and fouled away. And the count remains at 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Manning gets the sign from his catcher, Haas. Rocks into the motion. He kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on. This is lifted into deep right field. Moving back on the warning track is the right fielder, Victor Reyes, and this one is gone. Canada has gone opposite field, and the A's have gone back-to-back. And Canada has got himself an RBI and a home run. And it's now 4-0 Oakland. And at this rate here, I'm not sure how long Manning is going to be with us. He's going to have to be into management and inning-eating mode now to keep the game close so they can get into the bullpens. It's going to have to be somebody who the long guy is. I'm not sure what Detroit is using. Erasmo Ramirez was kind of that guy for a bit, and he was released. So I'm not sure who A.J. Hinch is going to turn to. Yesterday they had Jose Urena, who's been starting. Possibly Tyler Alexander could be that option, because he's had some starts for the Tigers this year. He may be back in the bullpen. So 30 pitches so far for Manning, only 16 for strikes. It's a tough day at the office. You can't throw strikes. So Manning back to work. Here's the pitch. It is bunted down the first baseline, and it's just going to roll foul. It's a nice idea by Tony Kemp to try to get himself aboard. That's the first strike to Kemp. And it's 0-1. This is the 7th batter of the inning for the Oakland A's. A's have been able to string together some hits and walks, and that's how they've come to this 4-0 lead. So 0-1 to Kemp. Kemp on the season is hitting .259. He's got 5 homers and 24 runs batted in. He's got 27 consecutive plate appearances without striking out. And here's the pitch. It's swung on. It's grounded over to first. It's neatly fielded by Jonathan Scope. He's going to jog over to the bag and touch it himself, and that's going to go down as a ground out to 3 for the 3rd out of the inning. But the damage has been done for Oakland. For the Athletics, in their half of the first inning, they had 4 runs on 3 hits, including 2 home runs by Lowry and Canna. There were no errors, and there was nobody left on base. We're through a half inning. It is the Oakland Athletics 4, the Detroit Tigers coming to bat. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments with the call of the bottom of the first inning. Here's our friend Matt. That would be Matt Hollis. Be sure to check him out.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Welcome back, everybody. Be sure to check out Matt Hollis's channel. That is Another Hollis Build. He is a supporter of our channel, and in turn, we like to support his. And he's always got some great, interesting stuff down in the San Diego area. Beautiful place to visit, a beautiful place to live. He's always touring his area and showing what his area has to offer. Go out and check out Another Hollis Build. You won't be disappointed. Leading off for the Tigers is going to be Akil Baddoo. He's getting the start in center field today. He's batting .261 on the season with 11 homers and 47 runs batted in. He'll be facing the right-hander Frankie Montez, who brings a 10-9 record to the hill. He's had 26 starts this year. He's been a workhorse for the Athletics. The Tigers, obviously, giving up 4 runs in the first, are going to have to find a way to start chipping away at that Oakland lead if they want to stay in this ball game. It is a getaway game. Sometimes that's what happens on those days. The games get away from teams, and so there's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Baddoo is enjoying himself a fine rookie campaign. This is his 100th game of the season. He had missed a little bit of time as he had a concussion, or was it concussion protocol, as he had a collision with his teammate Derek Hill in the outfield. There's a fastball that misses outside, and the count is 1-1. But a very fine rookie campaign. Never played double or AAA baseball. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. It's a fastball that misses low and away, and the count is 2-1. It'll be Baddoo, Scope, and Grossman here in the top of the bottom of the first for the Tigers. Montez goes into the motion. He kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on and fouled away. The count is now evened up at 2-2. Baddoo had a strong game last night for the Tigers. It was a big part of their offense, and certainly a home run, and he also was able to get things going late in the game when it was tied up. Miguel Cabrera drove him in to separate the Tigers from the A's. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count is still going to be 2-2. Detroit Tigers have had a better than anticipated season. A.J. Hinch, the manager, has been pulling all the right strings. This is still not a playoff caliber club, but a couple of years away, and maybe a free agent signing or two away. There is a breaking ball that misses down and in. And the count now runs full to Baddoo. Certainly the biggest need that the Tigers probably would say is a shortstop in the offseason. The pitching staff moving forward looks like it's going to round into form. There's a fastball swung on. It is lifted into shallow left field. It's down by the foul line. Moving over underneath it is the left fielder, Tony Kemp. He calls off the third baseman, Matt Chapman, and he's going to make the catch. And that is going to retire Baddoo for the first out here in the first inning. That is going to bring up Jonathan Scope. Scope on the season is batting .280. He's got 18 homers and 71 runs batted in. The Tigers were able to extend Scope for a couple of more seasons. His versatility to be able to play some other positions has played into that factor, and he takes a first pitch fastball for a called strike. Count is 0-1. He's arguably the most productive bat that the Tigers have had, and he's been able to play almost every day. He's appeared in 129 games this year, and he takes a fastball inside, which backs him off the plate. The count is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Scope. Montez rocks into the motion. He kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on. It's grounded to third. It's fielded neatly by Chapman. He fires to first. That is going to retire Scope for the second out of the inning. It goes down as a ground out, 5-3 for out number 2. That's going to leave it up to the left fielder, Robbie Grossman. Grossman on the season is hitting .237. He's got 20 homers and 58 runs batted in. He's 5 stolen bases short of being a 2020 player. He's been a very valued acquisition for Detroit. He inked the offseason deal for 2 years at $10 million. He's getting $5 million a year. It's basically a bargain deal. He spent the last 2 years in the Oakland organization. The first pitch from Montez, and he takes it for a called strike on the inside corner at 98 miles an hour, and the count quickly goes to 0-1. Grossman has 81 walks this season. He's got an on-base percentage of .356. There's a fastball swung on. It's lifted foul over on the third base side. The count is now 0-2. So since 2001, Robbie Grossman has had the 6th most walks in a season for a Tiger, and we're still a ways away yet. The most was by Miguel Cabrera in 2011 when he walked 108 times. I can see Robbie Grossman probably getting into second or third place, and there's a lot of Cabreras all over that list. And there's a fastball taken for a called third strike on the inside corner, and that is going to retire Grossman on strike. So for the Tigers, in their half of the first inning, they go quietly. There was no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We are now through 1 complete in Detroit. It is the Oakland Athletics 4, The Detroit Tigers, nothing. Stick around, everybody. We will be back in just a couple moments with the call of the top of the second inning. Here's our friend Steve again. Be sure to check out his channel and his great looking haircut.
Hello, friends. Steve coming back at you, a clean-shaven Steve. Thank you for watching The Last Raps Baseball. And please continue to support my channel among others, like Another Hollis Build. Awesome commercial. And now I'll show you a few more things that we do have. We have toys, like this bobblehead Star Wars on wheels. We have Noids. We can't keep avoiding them forever. We do have Legos. Love my Legos. We have Origami Folder. Check him out. He's new into this, getting started, has good following already. We have Red Beard Breaks. And we also have these things that, in a pinch, will tell you what your temperature is. So, if you like all of this, and if you like Last Raps Baseball, join all of us. We'd love to have you. And I know you would enjoy us. Thank you, peace, good night, and cheers.
Thanks again, Steve. That is Steve Rademacher, one of our supporters of this channel, and in turn, we support him. Be sure to check out his stuff. He's got Money Monday. He's got Takeover Tuesday. He's got Shutout Sunday and all kinds of other craziness in between. Don't forget the No Filter Friday. We haven't seen that in a little bit. Be sure to check out his channel. And you'll get an opportunity to be able to see him in his full flair. So here we are back to the ball game. We're in the top of the second inning. And it is going to be Matt Manning back on for his second inning of work. The A's jumped all over him for 4 runs in the first. It'll be Jan Gomes, Elvis Andrus, and the top of the order, Josh Harrison, get things going. And the first pitch from Manning is a fastball ticket for a called strike. The count is 0-1. Hobbyist has informed us that now and then the fella has passed away. That's unfortunate. There's a fastball that is lifted into center field for a out. That has been recorded by the center fielder Badu. There's one out. So in the YouTube community, there are different people that are connected, and unfortunately, that is sad to hear. I think he is one of our channels that we have bookmarked. Go back and take a look. But we have come across his page in different times, and we offer our condolences to his family. Elvis Andrus steps in at the plate, and he is now digging in to face Manning. He takes a breaking ball for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Elvis Andrus is batting .228 on the season. He's got 3 homers and 30 runs batted in. Manning rocks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on, and it is driven into right field for a base hit. And Andrus is aboard with a 1-out single here in the second inning. That's going to bring up the top of the order, Josh Harrison. The Athletics are a scrappy team. They really battle. And when you look at the lineup, outside of really a couple of players in the order being Olsen and Chapman, you wonder how and maybe Starling Marte now too, how this lineup is able to get it done. But game in and game out, they battle, and they find a way. And here comes the first pitch to Harrison. It's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count is 1-0. Certainly over the last 25 years, the Oakland Athletics have been a low-market team, but very valuable, or I'd say the players have a lot of value when they come in. They get the most out of the players. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away. Curious to see how the Athletics continue to survive over the next number of years. As Tampa Bay seems to have adopted a similar type of model and even built on it further. There's the 1-1 pitch to Harrison. Manning kicks and delivers. It is a changeup that is swung on and fouled away over on the third base side. The count is 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Harrison. Be followed by Starling Marte. Harrison was in the Detroit Tigers camp a couple of years ago. There's a fastball swung on, and that is fouled away. But he really didn't have a very good time in Detroit. He had some injuries and some different things, and he ended up really only lasting about 36 games with the Tigers. Looked like his career was on the way out. He was batting 175. He had a homer and 8 RBIs. He came over with his Keystone partner, Jordy Mercer. There's a fastball fouled away, and the count is going to remain at 1-2. He ended up landing on his feet in Washington, and he played well there last year, and he played even better this year. So hats off to Josh Harrison. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away. He's really giving Manning a battle here. This is going to be the 7th pitch of the at-bat. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Harrison. The runner at first is Andrews. There's 1 away here in the top of the 2nd inning. It's a beautiful day at Comerica Park in Detroit, Michigan. And Manning fires the ball over to first base, and diving back in time is the runner Andrews. Manning already up to 41 pitches on the afternoon. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball swung on and again fouled away, and Harrison continues to battle. They're really having to make the young right-hander work. They're taking him deep into counts, which is a staple of the Oakland A's offense, working the counts, battling the pitchers. There's a breaking ball that is swung on and tapped foul right behind home plate, and we're going to do this all over again. This has been quite the battle for Harrison. He's already seen 8 pitches. He's going to see number 9 coming up now. So here's the 1-2 to Harrison again. Manning kicks and delivers. It's a changeup swung on. It's lifted into left field. Moving over underneath it is the left fielder, Robbie Grossman. He's going to make the catch, and that will retire Harrison after a battle. Quality at bat for Harrison. He is retired for the 2nd out of the inning, and that's going to leave it all up to Starling Marte. Marte today got things going for the Athletics in the 1st inning. He singled and later came around on the 3-run homer by Jed Lowry. And here comes the pitch to Marte. It is swung on and fouled away. And check that, it was a walk for Marte in the 1st inning. Andrews was on the run. Probably not a bad decision here to send Andrews. Andrews being the runner at first base. If he gets thrown out, you've got Marte to lead off the next inning. If he's safe, you've got Marte with the opportunity to drive him in. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Andrews going again. And there is a fastball swung on. This ball is driven into left field. It's gonna get up against the fence. It sticks onto the warning track. Andrews is coming all the way around. He's going to score. Marte's digging for 3, and he is going to get in there safely with a 2-out triple. And the Oakland Athletics have extended their lead to 5-0 over the Tigers here in the top of the 2nd inning. Marte was able to turn on that pitch. Absolute laser beam. It looked like it short hopped the fence, or sort of the way it hit the fence. He tried to get Andrews. He came all the way around, and he came all the way around from first base. So now they've got the runner at 3rd and 2 away, and that brings up Matt Olson to the plate. And the pitch from Manning is grounded to first. Scope fields it. He flips it over to Manning covering, and that is going to retire the side here for the Oakland Athletics in the 2nd inning. It goes down as a ground out, 3-1. But there's more damage done for the Athletics. They got a run in the inning on 2 hits. There were no errors and nobody left on base. So we are now through 1.5 innings in Detroit. It is the Oakland Athletics 5. The Detroit Tigers nothing. Will be back in just a couple moments with the call of the bottom of the 2nd inning. Stick around, everybody. We'll be right back.
Well, you've got to have an ace in the hole, a little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play, but you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just one roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole.
Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the bottom of the 2nd inning in Detroit. It is going to be Jamar Candelario, Eric Haas, and Harold Castro coming up for the Tigers. And we'll be back in just a couple moments with the call of the bottom of the 2nd inning. It is now 5-0 for Oakland. Stay with us, everybody. We'll be right back in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. We're moving to the bottom of the 2nd inning. It is going to be Candelario, Haas, and Harold Castro coming up for the Tigers. Frankie Montez was efficient in his first inning of work as he retired the Tigers 3 up, 3 down in their half of the 1st inning. Candelario gets himself dug in. He's batting .273 on the season with 10 homers and 48 runs batted in. And the first pitch is a fastball he sees. He swings at it. He grounds it to first. Ball is picked up neatly by Matt Olson. He flips it to Montez covering, and that's going to be out number 1 as it goes down as a ground out. 3-1 or 1 away here in the 2nd inning. So 1 up and 1 away, and that brings up the catcher, Eric Haas. Haas has been a really neat story for the Tigers. He's a local product. He was originally drafted in the 7th round by the Cleveland Indians out of Dearborn's Divine Child Secondary School. He was acquired in the 2020 season from the Indians. He takes a fastball low. Tigers purchased him from the Indians back on January the 8th in 2020. He was originally the 7th round pick of the Indians in the 2011 draft. So here comes the 1-0 pitch to Haas. There's a fastball swung on the mist at 97 miles an hour, and the count is 1-1. He's taken every advantage of the opportunities that he's been given here to play. Montez goes into the motion. He rocks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on. It's grounded to third. It's fielded by the 3rd baseman, Matt Chapman. He fires to first. That is going to retire Haas. It's going to go down as a ground out, 5-3 for out number 2. Just to finish our thoughts on Haas, he's 1 homer away from 20 on the season. He's been very productive since he's come up into the Tiger uniform. He's had some clutch hits. He's played very well defensively as well. So the local boy has done good for the Tigers. And now that's going to bring up Harold Castro to the plate. Castro on the season's hitting .281. He's got a couple of homers and 28 RBIs. Here comes the pitch from Montez. It's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Castro. Montez rocks into the motion. He kicks and delivers. And it is a fastball that misses up and in, and the count is now 1-1. Castro will be followed by the shortstop today, Nico Goodrum. Montez goes into the motion. He kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball that misses outside. The count is now 2-1. Castro with that slightly open stance. Digs himself in, ready for the 2-1 pitch. Here's the pitch from Montez. It's a fastball that misses up and away, and the count is now 3-1 to Castro. Montez rocks into the motion. He kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on and fouled back, and now the count runs full. Tigers and the A's are in the getaway game mode today. Once these teams are done this series, the Oakland Athletics are going to be going on to Toronto to face the Blue Jays for a weekend series. And here's the pitch from Montez. It's a fastball swung on, and this is lifted foul over on the third base side. The Tigers will make their way over to Cincinnati. They'll be facing the Reds in a weekend series. Tyler Alexander will take to the hill tomorrow for the Tigers against Gutierrez. Tigers will send Matthew Boyd to the hill on Saturday against Tyler Mahle. Here comes the 3-2 pitch to Castro. And that pitch is taken up high for ball 4. And Castro gets himself a walk. Montez wasn't happy. Also, the catcher looked like he was ready to run off. Jan Gomes thought it was strike 3, but Harold Castro's drawn himself a 2-out walk, and the Tigers have something going with 2 away. The Sunday finale will be Casey Mize against Luis Castillo. Mize has got 7-7 on the season. Luis Castillo has been a disappointing 7-14 for the Reds. If you would have told me before the year that Castillo would be at 7-14 and the Reds would be in a playoff spot, I would have laughed. And there's a fastball taken for a called strike. The count is 0-1 to Nico Goodrum. Goodrum is batting .220 on the season. He's got 6 homers and 21 runs batted in. Montez holds the ball at the belt. He kicks and he delivers. It's a fastball swung on and fouled away, and Goodrum is now in the hole 0-2. It's not just about playing out the string for the Tigers. Obviously, there's evaluations that are going on the players, who's going to be in camp next year. These guys are playing for, some of these guys are playing for their jobs in the program, in the Tiger organization next year. Goodrum with that open stance from the left side. Here's the pitch from Montez, and it is a changeup swung on and missed, and that is going to retire Goodrum on strikes. And that'll do it for the Tigers in their half of the second inning. So for the Tigers, there was no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We are through 2 complete in Detroit. It is the Oakland Athletics 5. The Detroit Tigers nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments. Here is our Did You Know series, or actually, this is our Hall of Fame Memory series. We do this as we went to the Japanese Baseball Hall of Fame a couple of years ago. You get a chance to check out some of the artifacts. We'll run these throughout our time here today. Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the top of the third inning. It is going to be the heart of the Oakland Athletic batting order coming up to face the right-hander Matt Manning. It'll be Matt Chapman, Jed Lowry, and Mark Canha to get things going. This is the part of the order that did a lot of the damage in the first inning, as Chapman had drawn a walk and Lowry had hit the 3-run homer, as did Mark Canha, follow up going back-to-back. So they will face Manning here in his work in the third inning. Manning rocks into the motion. He kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that misses outside, and the count is 1-0 to Chapman. Chapman, his first at bat, drew a walk. There's a fastball swung on it, is lifted into deep right field. Moving back on it is the right fielder Victor Reyes. He's camped out underneath it. He's going to make the catch, and that is going to retire Chapman for the first out of the inning. Just finishing saying on Chapman, he was actually, or he thought he was hit by a pitch, went down to first base. The Tigers reviewed it, and they saw he hit the end of the bat, did not hit his hand at all. And he was able to get himself a base on balls on the next pitch. So here's Manning back at it again. Here's the pitch to Lowry. It is a fastball swung on. Its line straight back to where it came from. Matt Manning reaches out and he makes the catch. And that is going to retire Lowry on one pitch, and that is going to be the second out of the inning, and that's going to bring up Mark Canha to the plate. So a very quick inning right now for the Tiger right-hander. He definitely needs that after a couple of long innings in the first and second inning. So Mark Canha steps up to the plate. He's 1 for 1 today. He homered his first time up. And he takes the first pitch for a called strike on the inside counter, and the count is 0-1. For the series, Canha is on a tear against Tiger pitching. He is 4 for 9. He's feasting on the Tigers. There's a breaking ball that misses way outside. It bounces in the dirt, goes all the way to the backstop. The count is 1-1. We'll say, we said in the first inning, you can see that Manning's having a hard time commanding his pitches. There's no level of consistency or repeatability here. He's got some interesting stuff. There's a lot of break and a lot of life on his pitches. There's a changeup that misses down and away. And the count is 2-1. Unfortunately for Manning, he's really struggled to find a groove here, and for the Tigers. And here's the pitch from Manning. It's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count now goes to 3-1. But Manning's struggles are the Oakland Athletics' gains. I guarantee you that dugout's not feeling sorry for Manning whatsoever. Here's the 3-1 pitch. There is a breaking ball swung on and missed, and that's going to make the count now 3-2 to Canha. Canha was jumping out of his socks at that pitch. It was a good location by Manning as well. The pitch started middle away and broke down. Probably would have been a strike even if Canha didn't swing at it. And there is a changeup that misses up high. They appeal down to first base, and the umpire at first said he didn't go. That will be ball 4. Canha has drawn himself a walk. Home plate umpire today, Sean Barber, has had some interesting calls, and that on the second look, it does look like it was ball 4. The Tigers may have not thought so. Eric Haas, his frame and how it kind of looked, but it definitely looked on the replay that that pitch was up in the zone. So that brings up the left fielder, Tony Kemp, and he swings at the first pitch. He grounds it up the middle, and it gets past Nico Goodrum, who's in the shift over at just behind shortstop, and it gets through him for a base hit. They were in the shift. He was over to the right side of second base, so he had the range to his left. He dives, and he doesn't come up with the ball. He falls to his knees and is able to get there, and so now the Athletics with 2 out have 2 aboard on that base hit by Tony Kemp, and that's going to bring up Jan Gomes to the plate. Gomes today is 0 for 1. He flew up to center field his first time up. The Athletics are threatening again with runners on the base paths, and here's the first pitch to Gomes. It is a breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Gomes. Manning holds at the belt. He kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on and fouled straight back. And the count is now 0-2 to Jan Gomes. Gomes gets himself dug in at the plate. Manning comes set at the belt. He kicks and he delivers. It is a breaking ball swung on. It is lifted into deep left field. On the run is Grossman. It's off his glove and off the wall. 1 run is in. Grossman fires it back in. 2 runs are in. And the Oakland Athletics have extended their lead to 7-0 over Detroit. Jan Gomes is double, clearing the bases. So continues here for Matt Manning. 2 easy, quick outs, and now he's got himself back into a whole host of trouble again. Just out of the outstretched arm of Grossman. He was really running on, had to go hard on the run. It just went off the tip of his glove, and it bounced up off the wall. And Gomes has got himself 2 RBIs, and that's going to leave it up to Elvis Andrus. We do have a mound visit from the Tigers pitching coach. So talking to Manning right now and giving him some instructions. That conference is now over, and we're ready to get back to work. So Elvis Andrus digs at the plate. The runner at second is Gomes. There is 2 away here, and the first pitch is a fastball swung on and fouled away. And the count is 0-1. Andrus today is 1 for 1. He singled in the second. Came around and scored a run. He's hitting .211 with runners in scoring position this year. And here's the pitch from Manning. It's a breaking ball swung on, and that's grounded foul down the third base line. And the count is now 0-2 to Andrus. It's a tough day at the office for the Tigers, down 7-0 to Oakland. We said the Oakland Athletics are going to be making their way to Toronto to face the Blue Jays for a weekend series. There's a fastball swung on, and that's fouled away, and the count remains at 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes to Andrus. He gets himself dug back in. The runner at second is Gomes. There's 2 away here in the top of the 3rd inning. And the pitch from Manning, it's a fastball swung on. It is lifted into right field. Moving over underneath it is Victor Reyes, and he's going to make the grab, and that is going to do it for the Athletics here in their half of the 3rd inning. So for Oakland, there was more damage done. They had 2 runs in the inning. There were 2 hits. There were no errors, and there was 1 runner left aboard. We are through 2.5 in Detroit. It is the Oakland Athletics 7, the Detroit Tigers nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments. Here's another one of our Hall of Fame memories from Japan. Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the bottom of the third inning in Detroit. The Tigers are falling behind 7-0 to the Oakland Athletics. It is going to be Willie Castro, Victor Reyes, and Akil Baddoo coming up for Detroit in their half of the third inning. It's been a rough outing today so far for Matt Manning. Manning has struggled with his command of his pitches, and it's been a challenge for him in this game so far. Matt Manning is not had a great afternoon for the Tigers. He's had difficulty getting ahead in the counts and throwing strikes. When he has thrown strikes, the Oakland hitters have punished him. He's thrown 65 pitches, 46 of them for strikes. He's not had a fantastic day. He's walked 3 Oakland hitters and only struck out 1, allowing 6 hits and those 7 runs. And so here we are back to the live action. First pitch from Montez is a fastball swung on and missed. The count is 0-1. So Willie Castro steps in with a .216 batting average. He's got 9 homers and 37 RBIs. He's played in 106 games for the Tigers. He had a very hot spring training, but he was not able to take that into the regular season with him. Here's a fastball that swung on and fouled away, and the count is 0-2. Saying an inning or so ago about the Tigers evaluating their talent and looking to upgrade in positions, especially moving forward. They have a young ball club here. And definitely one of the positions they want to upgrade is at shortstop. So where Willie Castro fits in, whether it be at second base or in the outfield, as more of a utility player remains to be seen. And here's the pitch from Montez. It's a fastball swung on and fouled away. Over the third base dugout, the count remains 0-2. With the number of available shortstops on the market this year being Trevor Story, Javi Baez, Carlos Correa, the Tigers could be linked to one or more of those players in the offseason until the free agency window opens. There's a changeup that misses outside, and the count is 1-2 on Willie. That would definitely change the dynamic of the ball club in Detroit. With Spencer Torkelson, the first overall pick, playing in Toledo, and Riley Green, also his teammate in Toledo, who was the Tigers' #1 a few years ago. They have 2 positional players that are ready or knocking on the door to get to the big league level. There's a fastball that misses down and in, and the count is now 2-2. So that part looks bright for Detroit. They also have a catcher in their system, Dylan Dingler. Dingler, though, was promoted up to Double-A, but he's back down in Low-A right now on a rehab assignment. He had a injury. There's a fastball, and that's fouled away. And the count remains 2-2 to Willie Castro. So there are pieces to the puzzle in Detroit, but they're going to need a couple of free agent signings or maybe a trade or an acquisition to help round out the ball club. On the other side, the Oakland Athletics have a very, very deep farm system. Comes the pitch from Montez, and there's a fastball that just misses off the outside corner, and the count goes 3-2. They have always been able to sign players internationally and acquire people to really round out their ball club. And then they make these moves. Their #1 prospect right now in their organization is a catcher, Tyler Soderstrom. There's a fastball swung on and missed by Castro. That is going to retire him for the first out of the inning. Not without a battle. That was an 8-pitch at bat by Willie. Was not able to find a way on base. That's going to bring up the 9-hole hitter, Victor Reyes. The top prospects for the Oakland Athletics. You've got a shortstop, second baseman, Nick Allen, who is in AAA right now. He was part of, if I'm not mistaken, he was part of the USA Olympic team. There's a fastball that's taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1 to Reyes. He's their number 3 prospect. A.J. Puck, who appeared last night, is still considered their number 4 prospect. He's 26 years old now. There is a breaking ball swung on and missed by Reyes, and the count is 0-2. Dalton Jeffries, another 26-year-old. Both of those are at the major league level. They have arrived. Now they have to start to produce. But everybody is talking about a young shortstop, Robert Powson. There's a breaking ball swung on. This is lifted into straightaway center field. Moving back on it is the center fielder, Marte. It's over his head. It's going to get all the way to the wall. Victor Reyes is digging for third, and he's going to get himself a 1-out triple here in the 3rd inning. And the Tigers have got their second base runner of the ball game and their first hit of the ball game, as Reyes has hit that ball right over the center fielder's head. It was a tough pitch. It was 87 mile an hour. It looks like it was a changeup, and he ended up keeping his hands inside it well. Drove the ball right over Marte's head. Got all the way to the wall. And Victor Reyes is able to run very well. He hit an inside the park home run against the Blue Jays about a week or so ago. He's able to get around the bases, and so now he is aboard with 1 out. And that brings up the starting center fielder today, Akil Baddoo. And here's the first pitch from Montez. It's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Baddoo today flew up to left field his first and only time up. He is 2 for 5 now in the series. Baddoo digs in, and he waits on the pitch from Montez. It's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count is 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Baddoo. Will be followed by the first baseman, Jonathan Schoop. Montez, as opposed to his counterpart Manning, has worked very efficiently. This is going to be the 41st pitch of the ball game. Montez checks the runner, he throws, and it's a fastball popped up foul over on the third base side, and the count is 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Baddoo. Montez gets the sign from his catcher, Gomes. He takes a peek over at Reyes at third base. He comes set at the belt. He kicks and he delivers, and it is a fastball swung on. It is hit right into the shift. They got to play at the plate, and that is going to be a out at the plate. Victor Reyes has been gunned down. Interesting positioning by the Oakland Athletics. They had Elvis Andrus almost over the bag at second base, and a curious decision because the infield was definitely not in. So there was a hesitation from Reyes at third base. I'm not sure why he hesitated. The infield was back. Andrus was heels to the grass, playing almost up the middle, and he fired it in and was able to get Reyes trying to score from third base. Baddoo will take first on the fielder's choice. So that'll be a fielder's choice. It'll be Reyes erased 6-2 for the second out of the inning. And that's going to bring up the first baseman, Jonathan Schoop, and he swings at a breaking ball for strike 1. So no balls and 1 strike. So here comes the 0-1 pitch to Schoop. Montez holds at the belt. He kicks and delivers. It's a fastball taken for a called strike. And the count is now 0-2. Nice play by Elvis Andrus. Got to tip your hat off to him. That play, I would have anticipated that would have been a good read by the base runner, but there was that hesitation. He doesn't hesitate, and he goes. It's probably not even a decision by Andrews to throw home, but because of the hesitation, Andrews was able to make a good throw to the plate, and they were able to nail him. But traditionally, with the infield back, you're not anticipating that. There's a pitch that's fouled away by Schoop, and the count remains at 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. Schoop leans in. He gets the sign from his catcher, Gomes. He comes set at the belt. He kicks and he delivers. It is a breaking ball down in the dirt. Schoop has checked his swing. They appeal over to first base. They say he went, and that is going to do it. So Schoop goes down on strikes for the 3rd out of the inning. So for the Tigers, in their half of the inning, they had no runs. They had 1 hit. There were no errors, and 1 runner left the board. But through 3 complete in Detroit, it is the Oakland Athletics 7, the Detroit Tigers nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments. After this, we got to get a little bit of water in our mouth and freshen up our voice for the middle 3 innings. We'll be right back in just a moment.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I'll take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Be sure to check out Another Hollis Build. That's Matt Hollis. Appreciate his support of our channel, and in turn, we support his. We'll be back in just a moment with the call at the top of the 4th inning when we return. Welcome back, everybody. We are back in the top of the 4th inning, and the Tigers have rolled out Matt Manning again for his 4th inning of work. And the first 2 pitches to Josh Harrison. First pitch was a called breaking ball for a called strike, and then a fastball fouled away. And now we're back into it. There's a breaking ball swung on. It is lifted into deep right field. Moving over to his right and camping out underneath it is Victor Reyes, and he's going to make the grab, and that is going to retire Harrison for the first out of the 4th inning. So 1 up and 1 away. And that's going to bring up Starling Marte. Marte today has been on base twice. He tripled and knocked in a run in the 2nd inning. He walked and scored a run in the 1st inning. Tigers do have action in their bullpen. It is the lefty Michael Del Pozo, who's been recalled for the 2nd time this season, about a week or so ago. And there's a fastball from Manning that misses outside, and the count is 0-1. Check that, counts 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes to Marte. And he fires. It's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count is now 2-0. It's the 70th pitch, and Manning has thrown 21 balls and 49 strikes. There is a fastball swung on and missed. The count is now 2-1 to Marte. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Manning goes into the motion. He kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on. It's grounded to the shortstop Goodrum. He fires over to first, and that is going to retire Marte. Goes down as a ground out, 6-3 for out number 2. That is going to leave it all up to the first baseman, Matt Olson. Olson today is 0 for 2. He's grounded to second and grounded to first. He's got 32 homers on the season with those 87 runs batted in. He's 3 for 9 in this series. Here's the first pitch for Manning. It's a changeup taken upstairs for a ball 1. Olson has got a very upright stance at the plate. He has his hands extended from his body. There's a breaking ball swung on and fouled away. The count is 1-1. Don't always get a chance to see Oakland all that often, but time I see them play, very impressed with the way that they handle themselves. Definitely are a classy team in terms of how they get the most out of the players that are there. And there's a pitch. It's a fastball that misses down and in. And the count is now 2-1 to Olson. But certainly Olson and Chapman, 3-4 hitters in the order, they are as good as any players you'll find in the big leagues. There's a changeup that misses inside. The count now runs 3-1. Matt Olson, in his career, he's been an all-star. He's also won the Gold Glove a couple of times. He takes a fastball at the knees. This year, he was an all-star for the first time. He had 36 homers 2 years ago in a full season. He's got enough to be able to eclipse that. There's a fastball swung on. It is lifted into left center field. It's going to get down in front of Grossman. He's going to pick it up and fire it back in, and Olson is aboard with a 2-out single. So very similar to the last inning where Manning got the first 2 outs very quickly, and then he allows the next hitter to get on base. Did that in the last inning as well. In fact, each of the innings here today, Manning has retired the first batter of each inning. As he starts to get deeper into the inning, he's having a hard time retiring guys. This brings up Matt Chapman, and there's a breaking ball that misses down and away. The count is 1-0. Remember Roy Halladay a number of years ago when he was with the Toronto Blue Jays. When he first came up as a rookie, he was a similar situation. He'd cruise through, get the first couple of guys out, and he would struggle to get that third out of the inning. And there is a breaking ball swung on. This is lashed into left field. This ball is going to get down in front of Robbie Grossman. Olson's going to throw on the brakes and stop at second base. So Matt Chapman has got himself a single. So back-to-back singles here in the 4th inning, and that's going to bring up Jed Lowry. Well, they had ended up sending Roy Halladay all the way down to A-ball, and it wasn't because of mechanics. It wasn't because of anything else. It was more because of the mental side of things about closing out the innings. Now, what we have here with Matt Manning is he seems at least today, he's able to get the first or the first 2 outs, and then he can't close the deal. But we are going to close the deal now on Matt Manning, as that's going to be it for him. Tigers are going to make a pitching change. It is going to be Michael Del Pozo coming in to face the designated hitter, Jed Lowry. And that will do it for Matt Manning. So we'll take a moment here to catch our breath. We'll come back in just a couple moments with the call of the top of the 4th inning with 2 away here. Hang around, everybody. We'll be right back. Here's our friend Steve again. Be sure to check out his channel.
Hello, and we'll be right back to Last Straps Baseball after this brief message from me, Steve Rademacher. Thank you all for watching my channel and supporting me. Thank you all for supporting Freddie and Last Straps Baseball. He does an awesome job commentating. And to show you some more stuff that you could see on my channel, we have shiny Pokemon cards. We have Hall of Fame quarterbacks like Brett Favre. We have Bo Jackson playing baseball. That's right. That's his rookie card. Very nice. We even have gold. We have gold. We have wrestlers. That's Rowdy Piper. And yes, we even have Jason Stokes and many ways to destroy him. So now, thank you again. Back to your regular program with your host, Last Reps Baseball.
Welcome back, everybody. And Michael Del Pozo is just completing his warm-up tosses as he's replaced Matt Manning here in the 4th inning. We'll get you the stat line on Manning in just a moment as his day is done. So for Manning today, 3 2/3 innings of work, 8 hits, 7 runs, all earned, 3 walks, and 1 strikeout. And that is the deal for him today. It'll be Michael Del Pozo coming up to try to take over for the Tigers. He is entering the game today with a ERA up around 18. And so we're ready to get this one rolling. And he will be facing Jed Lowry. And check that. We're going to have ourselves a pinch hitter. It's going to be Chris Davis pinch hitting for Jed Lowry. And the first pitch to Davis is swung on. This ball's hammered down into the left field corner. That's going to be trouble. They've raised their hands. It looks like it'll be one for sure. They're going to go out and have a look at it. So it's going to be at least, it's probably going to be a ground rule double. It looks like it's stuck somewhere. And Robbie Grossman has got both his hands up. Oakland players are rounding the bases. And the umpire has gone all the way out. It got stuck in the padding out in left field, just down in the foul line area. So that is going to be ruled the ground rule double. Davis is going to stop at second, and I'm pretty confident that they're going to hold Matt Chapman at third base. We'll see what the umpires decide. But Davis gets himself at least 1 RBI. So pinch hitting for Jed Lowry. Lowry had homered, hit the 3-run homer in the first inning, and had lined back to the pitcher his last time up. Chris Davis, who has come back to the A's from his short stint in Texas, has himself a double, and Matt Chapman is held up at third base. So RBI double for Davis. That's going to bring up Mark Canha to the plate. And the first pitch to Canha is a fastball that misses up and away. Ball 1. Well, that run, the line for Manning is still not complete as that run was charged to Matt Manning. So first pitch to Canha is a ball. The line for Del Pozo this year down in AAA Toledo has been pretty good. He's worked 37 2/3 innings. He has a 2.63 ERA. And his whip is at .90. But pitching in AAA and pitching in the big leagues are 2 different animals. And here comes the pitch from Del Pozo, and it's a ball that misses, and the count now is 2-0 to Canha. Del Pozo is struggling right here to be able to throw strikes. That's what you definitely don't want from your relievers. You want your relievers to come in and pound the strike zone. It's drives you crackers. We had a chance to watch the Dodgers and the Braves last night and last 2 nights, and the Braves have difficulty with their bullpen coming in and sealing down leads, being able to throw strikes. Very difficult. So here we go. Here comes the 2-0 pitch to Canha. That is a breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count is now 2-1. Canha today homered in his first at-bat, and then he walked and scored a run in his second at-bat. He's come around twice to score today. He's been very productive. The Athletics have scored a run in every single inning so far today, while pounding out 9 hits. The Tigers yet to get on the board, only had their first hit last inning on a triple by Victor Reyes. Aside of that, it's been the silence of the bats. There is a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 2-2. So there are 2 ducks on the pond here for Canha. He's hitting .307 this year with runners in scoring position. Here comes the 2-2 pitch from Del Pozo. He comes set. He kicks and he delivers. It's a fastball swung on and missed. And that is going to retire the Oakland Athletics here in the fourth inning, but not till damage has been done. For the Oakland A's, they got a run in the inning on 3 hits. There were no errors and 2 runners left aboard. We are through 3.5 innings in Detroit. It is the Oakland A's 8, the Detroit Tigers nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be right back. It's going to be the 3, 4, 5 hitters in the order coming up for the Tigers. We'll see what they can get going here in Detroit this afternoon. Hold tight, everybody. We got our friend Steve back at you again. Be sure to check him out.
Hey, guys, and thank you, Freddie. Steve coming back at you. That's right, Steve Rademacher. I would like to thank each and every one of you that is tuned into my channel. And today, let's do a little shout out for some other great channels you should be watching. There is WVlogs 18. There's Big D's Sports and Collectibles. You all know another Hollis build. Why not Like Father, Like Son? That's a great duo that does some great stuff. It shows some great cards. And of course, the one and only Bud Stoney, creators of One of Ones. The creator of One of Ones, and they're all signed on the back. Bud Stoney, One of One, like this beautiful Robin Yount that he made for me. He made me another Robin Yount, this time mini, and a Christian Yelich mini. Great cards, and he does more than cards. We have darts of Hulk Hogan and many other things. So give them a look-see and give me another look-see. Subscribers are always welcome, and back to Freddie.
As always, thanks again, Steve. We appreciate your support of the channel, and in turn, we support Steve Rademacher. As we mentioned before, make sure you check out his No Filter Friday. It is definitely not G-rated. He's also got Money Monday, Takeover Tuesday, and his Shoutout Sundays, which are always kind of interesting to watch. So here we are. We're going to be back at it again here for the Tigers in their half of the inning. It'll be Grossman, Candelario, and Haas to get things going. The Athletics have scored runs in each of their 4 innings at work. The Tigers are looking for their first runs. And certainly Frankie Montez has cruised through his 3 innings of work as we're ready to get ourselves going again. So Montez is on the hill. He goes into the motion. He kicks and delivers. The first pitch to Grossman is a fastball swung on and fouled away. The count is 0-1. Grossman today struck out looking in his first and only at bat. He's 2 for 7 in the series. His average has slipped to 236 on the campaign. He's 5 stolen bases short of having himself a 2020 season. Here's the pitch from Montez. It's a changeup swung on and missed, and the count is 0-2. Bobby Grossman, we mentioned earlier, is a great value signing for the Tigers. This is the first time in his career he's hit 20 homers. And if he can steal 5 more bases, he'll be a 20-20 guy also, which makes him the first time in his career he's been able to do that. And there's a breaking ball swung on and tap foul. Grossman was originally a 6th-round pick of the Pittsburgh Pirates. He was drafted out of a high school down in Cypress, Texas. At the major league level, he began his career with the Astros, and then he bounced over to the Minnesota Twins. There was a fastball swung on and fouled away. And the count remains 0-2. And then he moved to Oakland for the last couple of years, so he's very familiar with that group, as he was in their camp last year, and now he is with the Tigers. He's a lifetime 250 hitter. Right now he's hitting below that slash line, but for his career, he's typically been on base. He's on base for his career 351, and that's what the Tigers like about him. He's able to walk and get himself on bases. And there's a breaking ball swung on. It's popped up over to the shortstop area. It's being patrolled by Matt Chapman, who is playing in that spot because of the shift. And that will retire Grossman on a pop up to short for the first out of the 4th inning. That will bring up the designated hitter, Jamar Candelario. Candelario grounded out to the first baseman his first time up. He is Batting from the left side, he's 0 for 1 today. His season average has slipped to 272. He's got 10 homers and 48 runs batted in. Montez rocks into the motion. He kicks and delivers. It is a breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Montez gets the sign from his catcher, Gomes. He rocks into the motion. He kicks and delivers. It's a fastball taken for a called strike just under the hands, and the count is 0-2 to Candelario. No balls and 2 strikes. Montez rocks into the delivery, kicks and fires, and it's a fastball swung on and missed. And Candelario has gone down for the second out of the inning, and that's going to leave it up to the catcher, Eric Haas. Haas today is 0 for 1. He grounded to third his first time up. He's still hunting for the 20th homer of the season for him. He's stuck at 19. It's been one of the bright spots for the Tigers. He's probably earned himself a position on next year's club based on his play this year. And there's a breaking ball that misses down in the way, and the count is 1-0. We mentioned before, he is a Dearborn Divine Child product, which is the high school. Dearborn is located about 15 minutes outside of downtown Detroit. So not too far away. And here comes the 1 ball, no strike pitch to Haas. And that is a fastball that misses up and away, and the count is 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. Montez gets the ball back, and he's ready to go back to work. Montez gets the sign from his catcher, Gomes. He rocks into the windup. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on and missed, and that is make the count 2-1 to Haas. It's a beautiful day in downtown Detroit. It was really sunny to begin the game, and now the clouds are starting to move in a little bit more, big fluffy clouds. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is driven to left. Tony Kemp on the run to his right. He's going to leap in the air and make the catch. And that is going to do it for the Tigers here in their half of the 4th inning. So for Detroit, there was no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We are now through 4 complete. It is the Oakland Athletics 8, the Detroit Tigers nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments with the call of the top of the 5th inning. We're glad you're with us. Here's our Did You Know segment featuring some players from around Major League Baseball. Welcome back, everybody. We're moving to the top of the 5th inning in Detroit. It is going to be the 7, 8, 9 hitters in the batting order coming up for Oakland. That means it's going to be Tony Kemp, Ian Gomes, and Elvis Andrews to face the left-handed slants of Michael Del Pozo. Del Pozo came in relief of Matt Manning, who struggled in his outing today for the Tigers. The final line on Matt Manning is 3 2/3 innings pitched. He allowed 8 hits, 8 runs, all of which were earned. He walked 3 batters and struck out 1. He served up a couple of gopher balls today, back to back. And there are going to be some changes for the Tigers. Zach Short has come in to play third base, and Harold Castro is now playing first base for the Tigers. And so we'll get those lineup changes as they come available. And there's a first pitch to Tony Kemp from Del Pozo. It is a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. There's a fastball swung on. It is pop foul. Coming over is the third baseman Short in foul territory on the third base side. He's going to make the catch. That is going to retire Tony Kemp. So 1 up and 1 away for Oakland in their half of the 5th inning. So the change is going to be that Harold Castro has moved from third base to first base. And it will be Zach Short is going to replace Jonathan Scope in the batting order. So he will make his way over there in the 2-hole spot. So he will bat for Scope when it's his turn to come around. This is going to bring up Yan Gomes to the plate. The first pitch to Gomes is a fastball that misses outside. The count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Gomes will be followed by the shortstop Elvis Andrus. Pozo, big left-hander. You see why the Tigers do like him. Throws the ball hard. He's 93, 94 miles an hour. He's not Gregory Soto. Certainly could be a situational guy. There's a fastball that's taken for a called strike. Gregory Soto has acted sometimes as a Tiger closer this year, has brought the ball up at 100 and 101 miles an hour from the left side. You can see why the Tigers are happy with him. He was an all-star this year. There's a breaking ball from Del Pozo. It is swung on. This is lifted over the head of the third baseman, Zach Short. It's going to get into left field, and Yan Gomes is on for the 2nd time today with a base hit here in the 5th inning. And that's going to bring up the shortstop, Elvis Andrus. Andrus today is 1 for 2. He singled and scored a run back in the 2nd inning, and he flew out to right his last time up. A productive series in this series. So Gomes the runner at first. Andrus stepping into the box. There's the breaking ball swung on, and this is grounded through the 6-hole into left field. And that is going to hold Gomes at second base. Andrus with a base hit. Back-to-back hits for the Athletics. They've scored in every inning so far today, and they're looking to add to their totals here in the 5th. It's been an absolute hit parade for the Athletics today. They've got 11 hits in the ballgame. The Tigers have only got 1 themselves. It's going to bring up the top of the batting order, Josh Harrison. Harrison today is 0 for 3. He's yet to open his account. He's struck out. He's flown out to left and flown out to right. And here is the pitch from Del Pozo. It is a breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Harrison's digging in. He's got his hands up at the top of the strike zone by his shoulders, and he takes a fastball up for a ball. The count is 1-1. Del Pozo working from the stretch with the runners on first and second. He holds at the belt. He kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on. It is popped up into shallow center field. Moving underneath it is Akil Baddoo. He's going to make the catch, and that is going to retire Harrison for the 2nd out of the inning. For the 4th time today, Josh Harrison has not been able to find a way on base. And that is going to leave it up to the center fielder, Starling Marte. Marte today has had a very productive afternoon. He is 1 for 2 today. He's also drawn a walk. He scored a run, and he has knocked in a run. So Marte gets himself dug in at the plate. Del Pozo holds set at the belt. He checks the runner. Gomes at second. He kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on. It's grounded to short. Nico Goodrum makes the play backhanded in the hole. He fires over to Willie Castro at second base. And that is going to retire Elvis Andrus on a fielder's choice for out number 3. And that's going to go down as a 6-4 fielder's choice. Marte hit the ball almost in through the 6-hole. But that is going to retire the Athletics, and for the first time today, they do not score a run in their half of the inning. So for the A's, there was no runs in the inning. There were 2 hits, there were no errors, and 2 runners left aboard. We are moving to the bottom of the 5th inning in Detroit. It is the Oakland Athletics 8, the Detroit Tigers nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll bring you the bottom of the 5th inning in just a couple moments. Glad you're with us. Here's another one of our Did You Know segments. This one features Josh Naylor of the Cleveland Indians. Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the bottom of the 5th inning in Detroit. It is going to be Harold Castro, Nico Goodrum, and Willie Castro coming to bat for the Tigers in their half of the inning. The Tigers' bats have been on ice today. Frankie Montez has pitched beautifully for the Oakland Athletics. The Tigers have no runs, 1 hit today, as the Oakland A's have pounded out 8 runs with 11 hits. And that is all you need to know so far in this game. Tigers are going to have to find a way to get the offense going as they go in to play a tough Cincinnati club on the weekend. They leave and they'll be going at it for a 3-game set starting tomorrow. And there's a first pitch to Harold Castro. This ball is hit into deep right center field. Moving back on the track is the center fielder Marte, and that ball is going to be gone. A home run for Harold Castro. It's his 3rd of the year. And there is the first run of the ball game for the Tigers. And so leadoff home run on the first pitch he saw from Frankie Montez. He deposits it into right center field. And that one went a long way. That ball, Marte turned. That ball was absolutely scorched. It was a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. He was right on time with the pitch. And that ball was hit almost to straightaway center field. He hit that ball into the shrubs that are in behind the center field wall there at Comerica Park. And it was just to the right of center field. That's the deepest part. That's well over a 400-foot home run to straightaway. And there's a first pitch fastball to Nico Goodrum, and it's fouled off for strike 1. That ball went a long way, found its way into the bushes in behind the wall in center field. And here comes the pitch from Montez. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is drilled into deep center field. Moving back on it is Starling Marte. This time he's going to catch the ball just in front of the warning track. Nico Goodrum sent that one a long way, but that is just going to be a long out, and that is 1 away now for the Tigers here in their 5th inning. It's going to bring up the other Castro in the Tiger lineup. It'll be Willie Castro. Willie is playing second base today. He is 0 for 1. He struck out back in the third. This is his second time to the plate. The Tigers haven't even got through their order 2 times. The Athletics are already the 4th time into their order, and there's a fastball swung on. It is drilled right to the first baseman, Matt Olson. And that is going to retire Castro. He hit that ball right on the screws. But that is going to be out number 2 here in the 5th inning, and that's going to leave it up to Victor Reyes. So Reyes steps up to the plate. He tripled his last time up. He got the Tigers' first hit, but he was thrown out at the plate on a ground ball to the shortstop, and he takes a breaking ball for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Victor Reyes batting from the left side. He's one of number of switch hitters in the Tiger lineup today, and there is a breaking ball waved out and missed, and the count is 0-2. At the beginning of the season, the Tigers had the most switch hitters in their lineup of any team in Major League Baseball. We currently have 5 on the active roster, and there's a fastball swung on, and this ball is hit through the 4-hole into right field, and Victor Reyes is aboard for his second time today, and he's got his second hit of the ball game. He's been able to figure out Frankie Montez, and he's having himself a fine last month or so of the season. He's really started to heat up. Victor Reyes, last season for Detroit, batted .277. In 2019, he hit .304. He's off to a slow start this year, but he's slowly starting to put up some numbers. With that base hit there, he has raised his average to .242 now on the season. That's going to bring up the switch hitting center fielder Akil Baddoo with 2 out. And the first pitch to Baddoo is a fastball taken for a called strike. The count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Baddoo. Baddoo has himself dug in at the plate, waiting on the offering from Montez. There's a fastball that misses way outside, and the count is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Montez gets the sign from his catcher Gomes. He comes set at the belt. He kicks and he delivers. It is a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count is now 2-1. This could be an interesting pitch to see if they put Victor Reyes in motion. Reyes can run a little bit. Doesn't necessarily have a lot of stolen bases over the course of his career. The best he's ever done in one season has been 9, and he's done it twice. He's only got 3 stolen bases. Now, here's the pitch for Montez. It's a breaking ball that misses out in the way. That would have been a pitch to run on. And the count is now 3-1. Zach Short is waiting his first turn on deck. So Baddoo digs in, waiting for the 3-1 offering from Montez. Montez comes set at the belt. He kicks and he delivers. It's a fastball that misses down and away, and Baddoo has drawn himself a 2-out walk. That's going to move Victor Reyes over to second, and that's going to bring up Zach Short to the plate. Zach Short made his major league debut earlier this year for the Tigers. He's played short and third. Gomes has made his way out to have a little chat with his pitcher, settle him down. It's the 56th game of the season for Short. He's only batting $142. He does have 6 homers and 20 RBIs. He does have some pop in the bat. Tigers acquired Short from the Cubs earlier this year for Cameron Maybin. Actually, I say earlier this year, it was on August 31st of last year. He was acquired for Cameron Maybin. Maybin, of course, the veteran outfielder with the Tigers who was brought in by the Cubs to help them with their stretch drive. So here comes the first pitch to Short. Montez kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that misses down, and the count is 1-0. Defensively, Short has been very good. I like the way that he moves and fields his position. Question will be, is he going to be able to hit enough to be able to keep a spot in the Tiger lineup next year? So here comes the 1-0 pitch to Short. Montez kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on. Short swings and misses through that ball. Looked like on that swing he wanted to bring the game to within 4 runs. He does have some pop and power. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Montez checks the runner Reyes at second. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on and missed. The count is now 1-2 to Short. So here comes the 1-2 pitch. And the pitch is a breaking ball that misses outside. And the count is now 2-2 to Short. Tigers have runners on first and second here on the bottom of the 5th inning. It's 2-2 to Short. Tigers are looking to chip away at another run. They've already got the 1 run on the board on the leadoff home run this inning from Harold Castro. And here's the pitch. It is a fastball swung on and missed. And that is going to retire Short for the 3rd out of the inning. The one word I would use to describe that would have been overmatched. That 97-mile-an-hour fastball from Montez just blew Short away. The Tigers do get a run in the inning. They break the ice and open their scoring. They got 1 run in the inning on 2 hits. There were no errors and 2 runners left aboard. We are now moving to the 6th inning. It is the Oakland Athletics 8, the Detroit Tigers 1. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments. We got ourselves another little message from our friend Matt Hollis.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
back, everybody. It is going to be the top of the 6th inning, and Michael Del Pozo is coming back in for his second full inning of work. He's relieved Matt Manning back in the 4th inning, who struggled. He went 3 2/3 today. And now we've got Del Pozo ready to face Matt Olson, Matt Chapman, and Chris Davis. The Oakland A lineup, and the first pitch is a fastball that misses down and in, and the count is 1-0. Olson for the series is a 4 for 10. He is 1 for 3 today. He singled and scored a run back in the 4th inning, and there is a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count is 1-away. And I think Olson wants that one back. One ball and one strike to Olson. Chapman and Davis to follow. There's a 92-mile-an-hour fastball swung on and missed. And the count is now 1-2. Olson standing on the left side. We said before, he's got a very upright stance. His hands are well away from his body. And he swings at the pitch and he fouls that one off. And the count remains at 1-2. He's had himself a very strong campaign this year for the Oakland Athletics. It's the first time the 27-year-old has been an all-star. Here comes the pitch from Del Pozo. It's a breaking ball that catches the inside corner. And Olson stands there like the house by the side of the road and watches first out of the inning. That's going to bring up the third baseman, Matt Chapman. Chapman today has had a very strong day. He has been on base twice. He walked and scored a run back in the 1st. He flew out to right, and then he singled but was stranded at 3rd in the 4th inning. Here's the first pitch from Del Pozo. It's a fastball that misses outside, and the count is 1-0. So 1-0 to Chapman. Here comes the pitch from Del Pozo. It's a breaking ball that misses low and away, and the count is 2-0. One thing I'm not really impressed with Eric Haas, and for the Tiger fans that are out there, I'm not really a big fan of his glove work behind home plate. His subtleness of his framing, I wouldn't even say they're subtle. He does a lot of yanking with the ball to try to get it back into the zone, and it's not exactly as smooth as I would have anticipated. There's a ball that's taken outside. The count is 3-0. He really jerks the glove. He tries to move it in over the plate. And here comes the pitch from Del Pozo. It's a fastball taken by Chapman on the outside corner for a called strike, and the count is 3-1. So 3 balls and 1 strike. And here's the pitch from Del Pozo. It's a breaking ball, and that misses upstairs, and Matt Chapman's going to draw himself a 1-out walk. That is going to bring Chris Davis to the plate. Davis, in his return to Oakland this year, he started the year with the Texas Rangers. And now he is back in a Oakland uniform. This is really his first action that he's seeing here. And the first pitch is a fastball fouled away. Count is 0-1. With the Rangers this year, he had 51 at-bats. He was 8 for 51 with a couple of homers and 5 RBIs. He had some injuries and really couldn't get himself on track. He was hitting 157. The Athletics welcomed him back with open arms. And here's the pitch. It's a fastball swung on and missed. And the count is quickly 0-2. Davis was traded to the Texas Rangers with Dane Acker and the catcher Jonah Heim. In return, the Oakland A's got Elvis Andrus and Aramis Garcia and cash. He was then released by the Rangers on June 13th of this year, and he re-signed with the A's as a free agent on the 4th of August. So with some tours down in the minors, and now he's got himself ready to go. Now he swings at a pitch, he pops it up. It's on the right side of the infield. Moving underneath it is Willie Castro. He's going to make the catch. And that is going to retire Davis for the second out of the inning, and that's going to leave it all up to Mark Canha. Canha today is 1 for 2. He homered in the first inning. He walked and scored a run in the third, and he struck out in the fourth. Canha was originally a 7th-round pick of the Florida Marlins back in the 2010 draft. He was a Cal Bear, University of California product. He spent his entire big league career with the Athletics, and there is a fastball taken for a called strike. The count is 0-1. Canha's had some productive seasons. A couple of years ago, he had 26 homers for Oakland while driving in 58 runs. Lifetime, a 246 hitter entering today's game. And here's the pitch from Del Pozo. It's a breaking ball that misses outside. But that homer in the first inning, that was his 13th homer of the year. He has to get going to get himself a double-double season. He's got 12 stolen bases this year as well. So here comes the 1-1 to Canha. It's a breaking ball. It's taken for a called strike. He doesn't really like the call. You can see just with his body language. He doesn't have to say anything to the plate umpire, Sean Barber. His movements tell the whole story. So here comes the 1-2 pitch from Del Pozo. Haas gives him the sign. He's set at the belt. He kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball swung on. It's hit up the middle. The Tigers are in the shift. Falling to his seat of his pants is Willie Castro to field the ball. He flips it to Nico Goodrum covering second, and that will go down as a fielder's choice. It's going to erase Chapman 4-6, and that will do it in the top half of the 6th inning for the Oakland Athletics. So for the A's in the inning, they had no runs. There were no hits, no errors. There was 1 runner left aboard. We are moving to the bottom of the 6th inning. It is the Oakland Athletics 8, the Detroit Tigers 1. Stay with us, everyone. We'll be back for the call of the bottom of the 6th inning in just a couple moments. Here's one of our other Hall of Fame memories. Check this out. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the bottom of the 6th inning coming up for the Tigers. Robbie Grossman, J-Mark Candelario, and Eric Haas are the slated hitters. We'll be back in just a couple moments after this. Hall of Fame memories, as we just did. And now it's going to be a little bit of tunes to bring you into the next inning. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be Robbie Grossman leading it off here for the Tigers in their half of the 6th inning. Grossman, Candelario, and Haas coming to bat, or the scheduled hitters come to bat to face Frankie Montez. Montez, through 5 innings, has thrown 75 pitches. He is ready to get himself going again. Last inning, he gave up the home run to Harold Castro to lead off the inning. He's had a nice line today. 3 hits, 1 run earned, a couple of walks, and 6 Ks. It's ready to resume action. And so Grossman today is 0 for 2. He struck out looking in the first, and he popped out to the shortstop his last time up. Here comes the first pitch from Montez. It is a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Montez rocks himself into the motion. He kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count is now quickly 0-2 to Grossman. The Tigers have a left-hander heating up in their bullpen, and that is going to be Holland getting loose. That's Derek Holland, another left-handed pitcher. And here is the pitch to Grossman. It's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count is 1-2. With the way that it looks for Holland, it looks like he's getting himself ready to come in to start the next inning. Montez gets the sign from his catcher. He rocks into the motion. He kicks and delivers. And there is a breaking ball that is swung on and missed, and that is going to retire Grossman for the 3rd time today and the 2nd time on strikes for out number 1 here in the 6th inning. So 1 up and 1 away, and that's going to bring up the switch hitting designated hitter, Jamar Candelario. Montez has been very efficient today in his pitches. Can't say that he has had spectacular stuff. That's what we see with him. There's the first pitch breaking ball to Candelario, swung on and missed. And the count is 0-1. Candelario today grounded out to first, and he struck out in the 4th. He is 0 for 2 today. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and it is a fastball swung on, and it is lifted into shallow right field, just past the outstretched arm of the second baseman, Josh Harrison, who was sort of playing in the rover position. And so Candelario's got a 1-out single here in the 6th, and that's going to bring up the catcher, Eric Haas. Haas today is 0 for 2. He grounded to third, and he flew out to left. One would think this may be Montez's last inning of work. He's starting to ratchet up his pitch count. If he struggles to get through this inning, he may be all done come the 7th with the healthy 7-run lead. And here's the pitch to Haas. He's taking it for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Eric Haas. Haas has struggled in this series against Oakland. He is 1 for 10 at the plate. It's harpooned his batting average a little bit as it's slipped down to .234. Here's the pitch to Haas, and this pitch is a fastball. It's swung on. It's lifted into left field, and Tony Kemp backpedals, and he makes the grab. He hit that ball right on the screws, did Haas, and Kemp had to do a little bit of a Texas two-step to have to get the ball. And that is going to retire Haas for the 2nd out of the inning. And that'll bring up the 3rd baseman, Harold Castro. Castro has had himself a decent day at the plate today. He's been on base twice. He walked in the 2nd, and he homered for the Tigers' only run back in the 5th inning. And here's the pitch from Montez, and the first pitch, it swung on, and this one, he just looks like he got underneath it. It's a deep fly ball out to left field. Tony Kemp battling the sun, able to make the catch, and that is going to retire the Tigers here in their half of the 6th inning. So for Detroit, there was no runs, there was 1 hit, there were no errors, and nobody left on base. We are now through 6 complete in Detroit. It is the Oakland Athletics 8, the Detroit Tigers 1. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments. Here's another one of our Hall of Fame memories from Japan. Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the top of the 7th inning. It is going to be the bottom third of the batting order slated to hit for the Oakland A's. It'll be Tony Kemp, Ian Combs, and Elvis Andrews. And they're part of the batting order. They have been on base 5 times out of the 9 trips to the plate so far. But they really haven't done a lot of damage. They've only accounted for a couple of runs. So we're ready to resume the action here in just a couple of moments. The Tigers are going to the bullpen, and they've got the left-hander Derek Holland entering the game. He is completing his warm-up tosses. So that is it for Michael Del Pozo today. Del Pozo performed very well for Detroit today. It's his best outing since being in a Tiger uniform this year. Del Pozo went 2 1/3 innings. He allowed 3 hits, no runs, walked 1, and struck out 2. His line is finished for the day, and that is going to now turn it over to Derek Holland. As we're ready to get this one going. So Holland is facing Tony Kemp, left-hander against the left-hander. Holland working from the stretch with Kemp. So 0-1 to Kemp. It'll be Jan Gomes and Elvis Andrews to follow. And here's the pitch. It's a fastball swung on and fouled away. And the count is now 0-2. Kemp has been busy in left field today for the Athletics. He's made a number of plays. He's been able to retire 4 Tiger hitters. There's a breaking ball that misses outside. The count is 1-2. More fly ball outs to left field. That's a busy day at the office for most left fielders. There's another breaking ball that misses away, and the count is 2-2. Right idea by Holland to try to make the hitter Kemp go fishing. There's the pitch. It's a fastball swung on. It is lifted into center field. Moving over underneath it is the center fielder Badu. He's going to make the catch. That is going to retire Kemp for the first out of the inning here. So 1 up and 1 away, and that's going to bring up the catcher, Jan Gomes. Gomes today has been on base twice. He is 2 for 3. He's got a single, a double, and a couple of runs batted in. And here's the pitch from Holland. It's a fastball swung on and fouled away. And the count is 0-1. Tigers are down by 7 here in the top of the 7th, and the pitch from Holland is a breaking ball that just misses down and in, and the count now is even at 1s to Gomes. There's a fastball that misses low, and the count is now 2-1 to Gomes. Holland gets the sign from his catcher, Haas. Here's the pitch. It is a fastball. This is swung on. This is laser beamed down the left field line, and the ball boy makes a nice catch as that ball was hooking into the stands. And he gives the ball to one of the Tiger faithful. It's not a huge crowd in Comerica today. There's a lot of people and a lot of spacious seating. The count is now even at 2s to Gomes. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Holland working from the stretch. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on. It is lifted into center field. Moving underneath it is the center fielder Badu. He's going to make the catch, and that is going to retire Gomes for the second out of the inning. So 2 up and 2 away, and both have been fly balls to center field. That's going to leave it all up to the shortstop, Elvis Andrus. Andrus today is 2 for 3. He's singled twice. He's scored a run. So he's been active at the plate. He's raised his season average to 231. Here's the pitch from Holland. It's a breaking ball that catches the inside corner, and the count is 0-1. See, father and son is in the house. Welcome, Joe. He says this game for first pick in the draft, Freddie. Maybe a few years ago, but certainly the Oakland A's are knocking on the playoff door. There's a breaking ball that is missing, and the count is now 1-1. Tigers are better than most these days. I was thinking about doing maybe a basement bowl game between Pittsburgh and Arizona would be one, or maybe even Baltimore and one of those teams. I don't know if we'd have too many people tuning in. There's a pitch that's fouled away by Andrus, and the count is 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Andrus will be followed by Josh Harrison should he get on base. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is hit to deep right field. Moving back onto the warning track is Victor Reyes, and he's going to make the catch. And that is going to do it for Oakland here in their 7th inning. So all 3 batters flew out to the outfield in their half of the 7th. There were no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We're moving to the bottom of the 7th inning at Comerica Park. It is the Oakland Athletics 8, the Detroit Tigers 1. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments. We'll give you some more of our friend Matt Hollis. Be sure to check out his channel when you have that opportunity to do so. Stay with us, everybody. We'll be right back.
Well, you've got to have an ace in the hole, a little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play, but you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just one roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole.
As always, that's our friend Matt Hollis. Be sure to check out his channel, Another Hollis Build. He's holding it down for us. We'll be back in just a couple moments with all the action in the bottom of the 7th inning. We'll be right back, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. We are going to the bottom of the 7th inning at Comerica Park in Detroit. Scheduled to hit for the Tigers will be Nico Goodrum, Willie Castro, and Victor Reyes. And we'll be looking to see if the Oakland A's are going to be staying with Frankie Montez or making a pitching change. And it looks like they are going to stay with Montez for another inning here. He has been working through the order with efficiency. Here comes the switch hitter, Nico Goodrum, and he swings and misses in a first pitch breaking ball, and the count is 0-1. Montez is at 84 pitches through his first 6 innings of work. Very efficient ball game for him today, and there's a fastball that misses inside, and the count is 1-1. Goodrum today is 0 for 2. He struck out in the 2nd, and he flew out to center field in the 5th inning. Montez rocks into the motion. He kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball swung on. This is tap foul over on the first base side. The count is 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Goodrum will be followed by Willie Castro. And Victor Reyes, who's been a big part of the Tiger offense today. There's the pitch to Goodrum. It's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count is now 2-2. Oakland is 2 games back of the Boston Red Sox for the final wild card spot. In a battle with Seattle and Toronto, they have a leg up, and there's a breaking ball swung on and fouled away. Win this game, they'll close a half game. Of course, depending what the Red Sox will do tonight, will dictate what they do. Oakland A's, to get into September, they're always around. I would not be surprised if they find their way in there somehow. I'm amazed that the New York Yankees, that run that they had, put them into the top spot in the wild card. Here's the pitch from Montez. It is a breaking ball down to the dirt. It scoots through Gomes all the way to the backstop, and that's going to bring the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Goodrum looking to find a way on base here as the leadoff hitter in the 7th inning. Montez gets the sign from his catcher, Gomes. He rocks into the motion. He kicks and he delivers. It is a fastball that misses inside, and that is going to be a leadoff walk for Goodrum here in the 7th inning, and that'll bring up the second baseman, Willie Castro. As we mentioned before, Tigers are on their way to Cincinnati for a weekend series. The Reds are currently in the 2nd wild card spot, but the Reds had trouble with the Tigers last season in the shortened year. The Tigers were able to do some damage against the Reds. One would have to think that the Tigers will give them some fits this weekend as well, and there's a fastball taken for a called strike. Count is 0-1. Castro today is 0 for 2. He's struck out and he's lined out to first base. Tigers are going to be in tough. They've got 7 games against the Rays, 6 against the White Sox, 3 against the Reds, and 2 against the Brewers. So 18 of their remaining games are against teams that are either in a playoff spot or in playoff contention. There's a fastball fouled away by Castro, and the count is now 0-2. So the Tigers are going to have a rocky road from now to the end of the season. They don't have anything to play for other than individuals playing for their jobs. There's going to be some positions and some guys that will be evaluated, and can you win with this guy or can you not win with this guy? And so here comes the next pitch, but instead it's a ball flipped over to first base, and coming back standing up is Willie Castro. There is action in the Oakland Athletic bullpen. It's Javi Guerrera. Looks like he'll be getting ready to come in the next inning, or possibly even this inning, depending on what Frankie Montez does. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That pitch is swung on. It's grounded to short. Andrews fires it over to second to Harrison covering, and that is going to retire Goodrum on a fielder's choice, 6-4. So the way they had him positioned, Andrews really had to go hard to his right. He was positioned more up the bag in that spot, and then he had to turn and throw off of the side to Andrews covering on the run. And they were able to retire Goodrum. That was not an easy play. Willie Castro is safe at first on the fielder's choice. That's now going to bring up the right fielder Victor Reyes, who's had himself a good afternoon at the plate today. Steve Rademacher checking in. So Montez holding the ball at the belt. He kicks and he delivers to Reyes, and there's a called strike. Count is 0-1. Reyes today tripled in the third and singled in the fifth. He's got two of the Tigers' 4 hits today. There's the pitch to Reyes. It's a fastball swung on and fouled away straight back, and the count is 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. Montez is now up to 96 pitches on the afternoon. He gets the sign from his catcher, Gomes. He gets ready to go back to work. Holds at the belt, and he kicks and delivers. And there's a fastball swung on by Reyes, and it's going to reach the seats over on the third base side. Akil Baddoo is waiting his turn on deck should Reyes reach safely. Montez is a fairly big fella. He's got a big frame. He stands at 6'2", but he's 255 pounds. Comes from Sanagua in the Dominican Republic, and there's a breaking ball swung on and fouled away. Victor Reyes is starting to become a thorn in the side of Frankie Montez. So still no balls and 2 strikes to Reyes. Montez gets the sign from his catcher, Gomes. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball delivered. It's hit to straightaway center field. Moving over underneath it is Starling Marte, and he's going to make the catch. That is going to retire Reyes for the second out of the inning. Gave it a battle. But this time, Frankie Montez wins that battle. Now it's going to be all up to Akil Baddoo to keep things going for the Tigers in their half of the 7th inning. So Montez looks in at the sign from his catcher, Gomes. He comes set at the belt. Baddoo is waiting at the plate, and there is a breaking ball swung on and fouled away, and the count is 0-1. Now takes Montez to the 100 pitch mark on the afternoon. He's been very efficient. He's thrown 74 strikes today. Here's the 0-1 to Baddoo, and it's a fastball that misses outside. And the count now is 1-1. Los Angeles Dodgers now have the lead in the National League West. They have a half-game lead over the Giants. If you're interested in some entertaining baseball starting tomorrow night, the Dodgers are in San Francisco for a 3-game set. It's unbelievable how far the San Diego Padres have faded. The Padres are 14 games back of the Dodgers in the West. There's a breaking ball that misses outside. The count is now 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Baddoo waiting on the pitch from Montez. He's digging in. Montez holds at the belt. He kicks and he delivers. It's a fastball, and that misses down and away, and the count is now 3-1 to Baddoo. One would think that we may be nearing the end of the road for Frankie Montez. He may have one more batter left in him after Baddoo. After that, one would think that Oakland really doesn't want to go to the bullpen, would rather start the 8th inning fresh with somebody. Here's the 3-1. It's a fastball swung on. It is hit to left field. Going back on the warning track is Kemp, and he's going to watch that one sail into the seats. And Akil Baddoo has just hit himself a 2-run homer for the Tigers, and the Tigers have closed the gap to 8-3. That 2-run bomb by Akil Baddoo. That might be almost the end of Frankie Montez's day. Interesting to see if he's going to be rolled back out for another half inning. But Baddoo is getting the high fives from his teammates as he returns to the dugout. Tigers are continuing to battle away and chip away at this lead. Oakland Athletics scored 4 runs in the first. They added 1 in the second, 2 in the third, and 1 in the fourth. And since then, their bats have gone quiet. The Tigers are now chased Montez with 2 out here in the inning. And it is going to be Javi Guerra is coming in relief, and we're going to take a moment to step away. We'll be back in just a couple minutes with the continuation call here at the bottom of the 7th inning. We're glad you're with us, everybody. It's now an 8-3 ball game. Here's our friend Steve.
Hello, kids. Steve coming at you. It's Steve. Hello, kids. Steve coming at you. It's Steve Rademacher. And if you like interesting stuff, if you like to laugh a little bit, and if you enjoy collecting, this channel's for you. If you like non-sport cards, we have them. You like pseudo-sport cards, we open them. Even if you like entire boxes of completely pointless stuff or other sports, we have everything here. I drop a different video every day, and there's always a theme to it, from No Filter Friday to Saturday morning cartoons, even Sunday shoutouts. Once in a while, we'll get a little froggy and show Money Money Monday, where I showcase a bunch of my currency. We have Legos, we have Star Wars, we have a good time. We even have my brother on Takeover Tuesday. Be there or be square. Back to Freddy.
Welcome back, everybody. We're still in the 7th inning. It's going to be Zach Short coming up to face Javi Guerra, who is in to replace Frankie Montez. The first pitch to Short is a breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count is now 0-1. The 2-run homer by Baddoo chased Montez, who had a pretty solid afternoon. He went 6 2/3 innings. He allowed 5 hits. Sorry, this is Deolis Guerra. And it was 5 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 3 walks, and 7 Ks. And there's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count is now 1-1 to Zach Short. Short came in to replace Jonathan Scope earlier in the ball game today. He is 0 for 1. He struck out his last time at bat. There's a fastball swung on, and that is fouled away, and the count now is 0-2. We're here in the bottom of the 7th inning at Comerica in Detroit. And the Tigers are trailing the Oakland Athletics now 8-3. They've slowly been chipping away, getting back here. Joby1 Kenobi says, Steve comments, no means reflect the opinion of Last Drafts Baseball. It's kind of funny. There is a changeup that misses upstairs, and the count is now 1-2. We even do like our Milwaukee Brewer fans. We won't hold that against our friend Steve Rademacher. There's a pitch that misses upstairs to short, and the count is now 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to short. Garrett gets the assign from his catcher, Gomes. He's ready to go back to work. He kicks and he delivers. It is a fastball swung on. It is grounded slowly to short. Andrews has to come in. He fields it, but he's got no play to get the speedy short at first. That's going to go down as a infield hit. As short is now at first base, and that's going to bring up the left fielder, Robbie Grossman. This has been a bit of a mantra for the Tigers. They just hang around and hang around and hang around. They've had a number of comeback wins this year, including the other night when they had to come back and beat the Athletics. They're a scrappy ball club. I can see here almost, Robbie Grossman depositing a pitch into the stands, and the next thing you know, we've got an 8-5 ball game. Joby1 Kenobi says, can the Reds or the Brewers please go on a losing streak? There's a fastball that misses upstairs for ball 1. Well, the Tigers are going to go into Cincinnati this weekend. I don't know if I'm looking forward to that as a Reds fan, because the Tigers have played the Reds very tough last year. I remember last year they played in the interleague, and Tigers were a nuisance for Cincinnati, and they've always seemed to have their number. There's a breaking ball that misses outside. The count is now 2-0 to Grossman. And one would think that the Cincinnati Reds would want to feast on these Tigers because they're in the playoff hunt and the Tigers are in a draft pick hunt. So here comes the 2-0 pitch now to Grossman. Guerra gets the assign from his catcher, Gomes. He comes set at the belt. And instead he fires over to first base, and diving back in time is the base runner short. Tigers offense has been slow to get going today. It's woke up in the last couple of innings. They still trail the Athletics 8-3 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And the pitch from Guerra is a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count now runs 3-0 to Grossman. So with the 3-batter rule, it means that he's going to have to at least face the next hitter, Jmar Candelario. I'm sure that Oakland is probably hoping he can get through this inning. They can start a fresh, clean inning in the 8th with one of their back-end guys. So here comes the 3-0 pitch to Grossman. You got to think he's taking all day long. There's the pitch. It is a fastball that catches the inside corner at the knees, and the count is 3-1. Joby1 Kenobi says they couldn't beat the Marlins after dominating them in Florida. The Florida Marlins, or the Miami Marlins, as they're known now, are going to be a heck of a ball club in the next 2 to 4 years. They've got pitching that is arriving. They've got some young depth. Their time to win really isn't right now. They're gaining some much-needed experience. That is going to be a strong ball club. And there is a fastball swung on. It's grounded to the left side. That ball is into the outfield, and it's going to get through. They had the shift on. They had the third baseman, Matt Chapman, playing basically the shortstop position. They had 3 infielders to the right side, and Grossman's able to slap it through the traditional 6-hole. Chapman has no chance to be able to get there. And then the interesting part is he's got to race all the way over to third base because there was nobody there, but Short did stay at second. Good piece of base running by Short. And the Tigers now have something brewing with 2 out. Jmar Candelario stepping to the plate with 2 on and 2 away. Joby-Wan Kenobi says the Chisholm kid is going to be a star. They've got a lot of guys down there that are really, really intriguing. You think about Jesus Sanchez, I think he's up now. You've got J.J. Bleday, who's not having a very good year in the minor leagues, but Max Meyer, their number one pick last year, they've got some help on the way. They've got some of their young arms are already up. Chisholm, Monte Harrison, who they got in the trade for Christian Yelich a few years ago, he's up and been playing decently this year. So here comes the first pitch to Jmar Candelario, and it is a changeup swung on and missed, and the count is 0-1. Candelario today is 1 for 3. He singled his last time up. He's grounded to first, and he struck out. Back to Joby-Wan Kenobi for a minute. You're absolutely right. The Chisholm kid is going to be a star, and that's just like Miami. They will build to a certain point, and then they will blow that team up. They'll build and then blow it up, and it seems to be a pattern for that particular franchise over the years. And there is a changeup swung on and fouled away over the third base side, and the count is 0-2. Joby-Wan Kenobi says they do lead the league in guys named Jesus, and I'm sure there's a lot of times in the stands, the fans are saying it just out of principle. Every time they make a crummy play, they say Jesus. So no balls and 2 strikes. Guerra set to deliver pitch to Candelario. He kicks and he delivers. And again, Candelario fights it off and fouls it away, and the count remains at 0-2. Steve Rademacher back in the house here this afternoon, catching the action. And so former Cub Andrew Chafin is up in the dugout ready to get some work going. And we've got a juggling act from one of the athletic pitchers in the dugout. So here's Candelario at the dish again, and there is a changeup that misses low and away. The count is now 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Candelario. The runner at second is short. The runner at first is Grossman. The Tigers are threatening here in the 7th. They've already got 2 runs on the board. Here comes the pitch. It is another off-speed pitch swung on and fouled away over on the third base side, and the count remains at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Candelario digging in, ready for the 1-2 pitch again. It's turning into quite the battle. This is the 6th pitch of the at-bat. Guerra holds at the belt. He kicks and he delivers. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is absolutely blasted to right field, and it is long gone. A home run for Jmar Candelario, and the Tigers have cut the lead to 8-6. So stick around, everybody. Don't go too far away. The Tigers are making a comeback here like they did last night. The Oakland Athletic bullpen is letting this one slip away from them. So a 3-run shot for Jmar Candelario. He took that ball right into the pull gap, hammered that thing right into the stands, and Short and Grossman will score ahead of him. And that's going to bring up the catcher, Eric Haas. So early in the game, we were thinking about the stuff, and we were wondering what's going on. Joby-Wan Kenobi says, you guys know Redbeard is doing okay. I haven't heard from him in a long time. Probably a couple of weeks ago, we had talked to Jimmy at Redbeard's, Jimmy Redbeard. But there's just been some things going on. One is he's working a ton. There's a breaking ball down. So 1-0 to Eric Haas. The second was his wife had some health issues. I don't know if we want to go into details of that. So he's had his hands full doing a lot of things, and as Steve says, he's doing good and he's working a lot. And there is a base hit into left field by Eric Haas, and there you have it. We've got now the tying run coming to the plate. So Eric Haas gets himself a base hit single. It's going to bring Harold Castro to the plate, who's already homered in this game, and that's going to bring the Oakland manager out of the dugout, and he has seen enough, and he's already made the call to the bullpen. So this game is far from over. And that is going to do it for the pitcher, Guerra. He is done. And they are going to be making the change. And so the manager for the Athletics, Bob Melvin, has seen enough. And the Tigers are threatening to tie this game back up as Harold Castro is striding to the plate. We're going to take a moment to have a break here. I can't believe some of that stuff is happening here. I'll be right back in just a couple minutes, everybody. We're going to take a little break, but the Tigers are threatening 8-6 here now in the bottom of the seventh with one on. Here's our buddy, Steve Rademacher. Be sure to check out his channel when you get the chance.
Hello, and we'll be right back to Last Reps Baseball after this brief message from me, Steve Rademacher. Thank you all for watching my channel and supporting me. Thank you all for supporting Freddie and Last Reps Baseball. He does an awesome job commentating. And to show you some more stuff that you could see on my channel, we have shiny Pokemon cards. We have Hall of Fame quarterbacks like Brett Favre. We have Bo Jackson playing baseball. That's right. That's his rookie card. Very nice. We even have gold. We have gold. We have wrestlers. That's Rowdy Piper. And yes, we even have Jason Stokes and many ways to destroy him. So now, thank you again. Back to your regular program with your host, Last Reps Baseball.
Welcome back, everybody. It is a pitching change for the Oakland Athletics, and it's going to be Andrew Chafin coming in relief. The left-hander joined the Athletics earlier from the Chicago Cub organization. He is taking over for Carlos Guerrera, who did not have a very strong outing in his work in relief. We are about to see what Andrew Chafin brings to the table. The lefty, sporting a duster across the upper lip. It's over. This is his 17th appearance for the Athletics, and the first pitch to Harold Castro is taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Castro today has homered, walked, and he's flown out to left field. He's been on base twice today. It's been overall a good season for Chafin, and there's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is now 2-0. Since joining Oakland, he's even been more dominant than he was with the Cubs. He's 1-0 with the A's with a 1.08 ERA. He's pitched in 16 2/3 innings, and he's struck out 17 batters. Chafin has been very, very strong. He began his career in the Diamondback organization, and then he went to the Cubs, and now he's found himself in an Oakland uniform. There's a fastball taken at the knees for a called strike, and the count is 0-2. The Tigers have a right-hander up in their bullpen getting loose. They get a check to see who that is working for them. against number 57, Alex Lang, and there is a fastball swung on and fouled away at home plate, and the count remains at 1-2 to Castro. So Joby1 Kenobi says the Tigers are a few pieces away from being a very good team. We were talking about it earlier, and we said that probably the biggest need would be a shortstop, and then Andrew Chafin flips over to first base, and getting back in time is Haas. Probably the shortstop is the biggest need for the Tigers, and obviously with a number of free agents in the offseason, there's been links that Carlos Correa may come to Detroit. They're going to have to pay him. He's going to have to get a contract, but A.J. Hinch had him down in Houston. There's the pitch from Chafin, and it's a fastball fouled away by Castro, and the count still remains at 1-2. So 1-2. Chafin holds the ball at the belt. He kicks and he delivers. There's a breaking ball swung on. This is tap foul again over on the first base side, and we're going to do the 1-2 count all over again. Certainly the Tigers had with Torkelson and Green in the minors, and Dylan Dingler as well, the catcher who's the Ohio State product. Those three are probably the biggest offensive pieces. The Tigers do not sign a shortstop in the offseason if that's the route they don't go. They do have the former UCLA shortstop Kreidler, who is now in AAA. We'll see what he's able to come up with, although I don't know if he's the long-term solution. He does have some juice in the bat. There's the pitch from Chafin. This pitch is swung on. It is driven into deep left field. Moving back is Tony Kemp. He's going to make an over-the-shoulder catch as he slides onto the warning track, and that is going to do it for the Tigers. We were saying earlier that Tony Kemp has had a day. That's his 5th catch in the outfield, and Kemp has been able to haul it in. Castro sent it for a ride, but to no avail. The Tigers, in their half of the 7th inning, they got 5 runs in the inning. They had 5 hits. There was no errors, and there was 1 runner left to board. We are now through 7 complete in Detroit. It is the Detroit Tigers trailing the Oakland Athletics 8-6. This game is far from over. We'll be back in just a couple minutes, everybody. We hope you can stay with us. We're glad you are here.
Good evening, sports fans. I hope you all have been enjoying the game. This is just another message from another Hollis build. I hope that your team is in the lead, but if not, remember, that's life. That's what all the people say. You're riding high in April, shot down in May. But you know I'm gonna change that tune. When I'm back on top in June. I said that's life, and as funny as it may seem, some people get their kicks stomping on my team, but I don't let it get me down. 'Cause this fine old world, it keeps spinning around. I hope you enjoy the rest of the game, and if it remains the same, remember, that's life. You want your fill? Go check another Hollis build on YouTube. Last Raps Baseball. Let's get back to the game. Let's go! You know that's life. You know it. One love and peace.
Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the top of the 8th inning, and coming up to bat for the Oakland Athletics, it's the top of the order, Josh Harrison, Starling Marte, and Matt Olson. They are going to face the right-hander Alex Lang. Alex Lang is in 22 innings pitched. He's got a 5.32 ERA for the Tigers this year. And so the first batter, Harrison, takes a 96-mile-an-hour fastball for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. So no balls and one strike. Joby One Kenobi says his ex-wife went to Comerica Park and said it's a great park. It is a great park. A chance to see a lot of games at Comerica back in the early 2000s, certainly before moving to the West Coast. And here's the pitch from Lang. It's a fastball that misses down, and the count is now 1-1. Although I have to say, depending on the afternoon games, there's not a lot of places that you can hide from the sun. You got to get yourself into the upper deck and up near the top where you get a little bit of an overhang. It's a rather open park. There's a fastball swung on that is fouled away. The count is 1-2. We've got a chance to see a lot of the stadiums in the Midwest. Certainly Wrigley Field in Chicago, Toronto, Cleveland's ballpark. And down, I saw both of the ballparks in Cincinnati, Great American and good old Riverfront. I saw the Florida Marlins play there a long time ago in the month of April. It was cold, it was rainy. I'm glad I made it there to see a baseball game. So here comes the 2-2 pitch. And that's pitch is swung on. It's popped up into a shallow center field. Akil Baddoo is running in. He's going to camp out underneath it, and he's going to make the catch, and that's going to retire Harrison for the 5th time today. He's really struggled against the Tiger pitching, so 1 up and 1 away. Probably my most favorite park that I've been to, I've not been to all the parks, but my favorite park, I've been to Fenway and I've been to Wrigley. But of the newer parks, I do enjoy Seattle because that's in my neighborhood now, but I really enjoyed PNC Park in Pittsburgh. The Pirates, the team, well, that's another story, but the ballpark is a great venue to see a game. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is 1-0. Getting a chance to see the Pirates play there, or getting a chance to see the Giants play there, because that's who I saw back in the day with Barry Bonds. There was a fastball swung on and fouled away. And the count is even at 1-1. Joey Wens Kenobi said he went to Fulton County Stadium to see the Braves and the Astros once upon a time. I've been to Milwaukee. I saw the Brewers play the Phillies one time. We were in Old County Stadium. Never did get to see the new park. It was being built at the time, and there is a fastball swung on and tap foul behind home plate. The count is 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Marte. Marte today is 1 for 3. He walked in the first. He tripled in the second. Grounded to short in the 4th, and he bounced into a fielder's choice in the 5th. And there's a ground ball to short. It's fielded by Goodrum. He throws over to first. And that is going to retire Marte. That goes as a ground out, 6-3 for the 2nd out of the inning. The Tigers have 3 home runs today. And it's 9 home runs in this series against Oakland. There is a fastball swung on and fouled away. The count is 0-1 to Matt Olson. Joby One Kenobi says he went to PNC Park, saw the Pirates beat the Cubs in the bottom of the 9th. Imagine the Cubs lost their minds. As a matter of fact, the game I went to with the Pirates and Giants, I get to a lot of games. There's a fastball that misses outside. The count is 1-1. You get to a lot of games over the years. There's a lot of games that are definitely not memorable. You sit back and you think, I can't watch this stuff. It's terrible. But there are some games. There's a breaking ball swung on, and that is interesting. It has broken Matt Olson's bat, but it's right down the side. It was unbelievable. If you get a chance to go and check out on Instagram or on one of the sites for highlights, just the way that bat was broken, it basically cut it off in half. That's weird. That's going to make the count now 1-2 to Olson. But I was starting to say about the PNC game that I went to, and you talk about memorable games. A, that was the only time I've been to the park. 2, the Pirates walked off the Giants 3-2. I think it was 3-2 in the bottom of the 9th inning. If I'm not mistaken, Brian Giles had something to do with it. There is a ball up top that counts 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. So yeah, sometimes you get into those situations and it's pretty amazing, depending upon where you're at and what you see. And there's a breaking ball that swung on and fouled away. And the count remains 2-2 to Matt Olson. Matt Chapman is waiting his turn on deck. Tigers, I'm sure, probably would not want to see Chapman coming to Matt with Olson on board here. They'd rather face him as a leadoff hitter. Here's the 2-2. There's a breaking ball. It's swung on. It's lifted into right center field. Drifting to his left is Baddoo. He's going to make the catch, and that is going to retire the side for Oakland here in their half of the 8th inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We are moving to the bottom of the 8th inning. The Tigers are trailing the Oakland Athletics 8-6. We'll be right back in just a moment and carry on our conversation with Joby One Kenobi and all the rest of that fun stuff. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back in just a moment.
Hey guys, and thank you, Freddie. Steve coming back at you. That's right, Steve Rademacher. I would like to thank each and every one of you that is tuned into my channel. And today, let's do a little shout out for some other great channels you should be watching. There is WVogs 18. There's Big D's Sports and Collectibles. You all know another Hollis build. Why not Like Father, Like Son? That's a great duo that does some great stuff. It shows some great cards. And of course, the one and only Bud Stoney, creators of One of Ones, the creator of One of Ones, and they're all signed on the back. Bud Stoney, One of One, like this beautiful Robin Yount that he made for me. He made me another Robin Yount, this time mini, and a Christian Yelich mini. Great cards, and he does more than cards. We have darts of Hulk Hogan and many other things. So give them a look-see and give me another look-see. Subscribers are always welcome, and back to Freddie.
Thanks again, Steve. We appreciate you for checking in here and also being a part of our stream. We can't do this without some of the others in the COA, Matt Hollis, and certainly Steve Rademacher are those guys. We're glad everybody's here to be able to check this out. We are now moving to the bottom of the 8th inning, and scheduled to hit for the Tigers is Nico Goodrum, Willie Castro, and Victor Reyes. The Tigers have cut into the Oakland lead. They spotted them an 8-run lead through the first 4 innings. And they battled back to make it a 8-6 ball game. And we're ready to resume the action here. So Andrew Chafin, who took over in the last inning for Dolis Guerrera, is back on the hill. And the first pitch to Nico Goodrum is swung on. It is grounded to short, and it is a really cool play here. You got to see this one. This is definitely going to make it on all the Sports Center films. So here's how it worked. We got a ground ball to the shortstop. The shortstop is Elvis Andrus. He does a 360. He throws off a one leg, and he's able to get Nico Goodrum at first base. The old fella Andrus there showing some classic range as if he was a young player with the Texas Rangers. He is able to retire Nico Goodrum for the first out of the inning. And that is one away here. Great play by Andrews. And here's the first pitch delivered to Willie Castro, and it's a fastball fouled away, and the count is 0-1. Willie today bounced into a fielder's choice his last time up and came around, scored a run. He lined out to first, and he has struck out. He is 0 for 1 today. Joby One Kenobi says he's a big Nico fan. Nico Goodrum might be the best athlete on the Tigers team. And there's a breaking ball swung on and fouled away. I think if I was picking a team to play basketball, he would be my guy. If I was playing a pickup football game, he'd be a guy I'd want to have on my team. If we were probably playing checkers, I would want him on my team. But Nico Goodrum is an outstanding athlete. Now, whether he's a great baseball player or not is another topic, but he's certainly a productive one. And there's a breaking ball taken for a called third strike. And Willie Castro is retired for the second out of the inning. I'm just going to leave it up to Victor Reyes. Victor Reyes, his first three at-bats, he batted from the left side of the plate. Now he's going to come up and face the lefty Chafin, and he's going to bat right-handed. He is 2 for 3 today. He's got a triple, a single, and he flew out to center field. So Joe says, I thought you lived in Canada. The answer to that is yes, I do. So here comes the pitch from Chafin, and it is a bunt by Reyes down the third base side. It's going to be a tough play to get him, and they don't get him. Reyes has found another way to get on base as he drops a bunt down the third base line. It was fielded by the third baseman, Matt Chapman, but not in time to get Reyes at first. That'll be a single, and that's going to bring up Akil Baddoo, who hit a home run his last time up. So the tying run is strolling to the plate. And now we're ready to see how this is going to play out here. Baddoo already with a big blast today. He's looking to face Andrew Chafin. This is the first time today that he is batting right-handed. The switch hitter Baddoo, check that. Badoo's actually batting left-handed against the left-handed pitching Chafin, and he takes a first pitch fastball for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. I've got to go back and double check this. I'm pretty sure Baddoo, now they've listed Baddoo as a left-hander. I thought Baddoo was batting both ways this year. He's maybe kept on the left side of the plate, and there's a breaking ball that he swings and misses at, and the count is 0-2. We said at the outset that there are a number of switch hitters in the Tigers camp this year. Willie Castro, Jamar Candelario, Nico Goodrum, Robbie Grossman, and Victor Reyes. All 5 are switch hitters. They're all in the lineup today. So here comes the 1-1 from Chafin, but instead he flips it over to first base to send Victor Reyes back to the bag. So here comes the 1-1 pitch to Baddoo. And that is fouled off, and the count is now 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Baddoo. Miguel Cabrera has got a bat in his hand. He's in the dugout. He didn't get the start today, but he may be called upon to pinch hit at some point. If Baddoo finds a way on, they may bring Cabrera in to pinch hit for scope. Joby Ones Kenobi says, I want a Canucks jersey. Yeah, I'm in the neighborhood here. There's a fastball that misses low, and the count is 2-2. I don't know right now, but there used to be a store at Hastings and Renfrew, I think it was. It used to be a Canucks store. And they would actually sell the game-worn jerseys. So if you wanted a game-worn jersey versus just a regular run-of-the-mill one, and the price difference wasn't a whole lot different, a authentic game-style jersey. And there's a breaking ball taken for a called strike, and that is going to retire Akil Baddoo, looking here for the 3rd out of the 8th inning. So opportunity lost as Baddoo goes down on strikes. So for the Tigers, in their half of the 8th inning, they had no runs. There was 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We're moving to the top of the 9th inning. It is the Oakland A's 8 and the Detroit Tigers 6. Stay with us, everybody. Hold that thought. I'll come back and talk about Canucks jerseys in just a minute. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the heart of the Oakland A's batting order coming up for the A's here in the top of the ninth. That means it's going to be Matt Chapman, Chris Davis, and Mark Canha. And we'll see if the Tigers are going to turn it over to their back end of Gregory Soto. He was heating up in the bullpen. We'll see if they're going to make that change. Joby1 Kenobi says he's got a Shaw Canadians autographed jersey. Well, I don't know about the autograph stuff. The Canucks here, they're fairly what I would call accessible. The players, they do some signings when guys are hurt or injured or guys are not in the lineup. They'll sometimes even at their games they'll have some stuff. But I'm not a big Vancouver Canuck fan. Not even really a huge hockey fan. I go to the games and it's entertaining, but it's not something that I go out of my way for, especially here in Vancouver. So that's just the way it is. And but the Canucks have got a fairly good hockey team, and one would expect this year that they're going to have a decent team again, and they should be playoff bound. So here we go back to the live action. Alex Lang has stayed in the game. The first pitch fastball to Chapman is taken for a ball inside. The count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes to Chapman. And there is a breaking ball taken for a called strike. The count is now 1-1. Alex Lang is in his second inning of work. He threw 16 pitches in his first inning. And here's the pitch to Chapman. It's a fastball at 97 miles an hour at the knees, and the count is 1-2. Alex Lang is in his big league debut this year. He's the first-round pick of the Chicago Cubs back in 2017, and there's a fastball in the outside corner, swung on and missed by Chapman. And that is going to retire him for out number 1. He's originally went to Louisiana State University. He was drafted their program in 2017. Obviously, he arrived in Detroit via a trade with the Cubs. He came to the Tigers with Paul Reichen, and the Tigers sent Nick Castellanos and cash to the Cubs. That was that deal. So there's the first pitch to Chris Davis. It is a breaking ball swung on and missed, and the count is quickly 0-1 to Davis. Davis today came on as a pinch hitter for Jed Lowry. He's 1 for 2. He doubled and knocked the run in the 4th, and he popped out to second back in the 6th inning. Here's the pitch. It is a breaking ball swung on. It is lifted into shallow right field, and it's going to fall in front of Robbie Grossman for a base hit single. So Davis is aboard with a hit, and that's going to bring up the right fielder, Mark Canha. So Alex Lang, in his time with the Tigers, entering today's ball game, he had an ERA of 5.32. He'd worked 22 innings in 23 ball games. But lately, he has pitched a little bit better. Since being recalled on August the 22nd, he has appeared in 4 games for the Tigers. He's only allowed a couple of hits through 5 innings. He hasn't allowed a run since his recall. So here comes the first pitch to Canha. It's a fastball taken at the knees on the inside corner for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Canha today homered in the first inning. He walked in the 3rd, and then he struck out and bounced into a fielder's choice. He is 1 for 3. So here we go. Here comes the 0-1 pitch to Canha. And it's a fastball that misses up and in, and that backs Canha off the plate, and the count is now 1-1. Steve Rademacher says it's an exciting game to call if you like high-scoring affairs. Well, I thought it was going to be, we were going to put us to sleep in the first 4 innings. The way that Oakland jumped out to the 8-0 lead, I figured the Tigers already had their bags packed and they were on their way to Cincinnati. We weren't even done the 4th inning. There's a fastball that misses inside. And the count is 2-1. Joe says he loves the Canucks. He says, I'm a Blue Jacket fan, so I kind of like being a Reds fan. And at least I have the Buckeyes. Well, one of the best hockey rinks to go to in the United States, in my opinion, or what I've seen, is in Columbus. I've got a chance to see Columbus play at a home game there against the Leafs a number of years ago. Fantastic venue. It's what I would consider like an old school hockey rink, or a true hockey rink. And there is a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count now runs even to 2-2 on Canada. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. A little off tangent, talking a little bit about hockey. I guess we are getting into that time of the year, another 2-3 weeks away, and we will be having hockey season coming up. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lang holds the ball at the belt. He gets the sign from his catcher, Haas. There goes the runner, Davis. The throw down to second is not in time. It's going to be a stolen base. The pitch was inside and was called a ball to Canada. But Davis must have seen something. He took off, and he's got himself into scoring position. So he's got himself a stolen base here in the top of the 9th inning. The Athletics are threatening. The throw was kind of on the money, but I don't think it was going to be in time. And then the shortstop, Goodrum, had a hard time handling it. It was a little bit in front of the bag. In fact, I would even say that it's a little bit of a problem. And as a matter of fact, it's Sky Bolt who took the base. He had come in to run for Chris Davis. Didn't get that change. Sky Bolt, arguably one of the best names in baseball. And there's a breaking ball that is check swing that's down in the dirt, and Canna is going to draw himself a walk. And that is going to bring the Tigers pitching coach out of the dugout for a visit to Alex Lang. So Sky Bolt is the runner at second. As I said, one of the best names in baseball. You've got Mark Canna, who draws the walk, who now is on base 3 times today. And that's going to bring up the left fielder, Tony Kemp. What's old is new again in the Oakland area, or the Bay Area. Sergio Romo is up, and he's getting warm, and it looks like that's who's coming in the 9th inning for the Athletics to try to seal the deal here. So the conference is over on the mound as Alex Lang is going to get ready to go back to work. He's in a tough situation. There's runners at first and second. There's one away here in the 9th inning. Tony Kemp is strolling up to the plate. This here is turning into a marathon game. We're approaching just past the 3-hour and 15-minute mark, and there's no sign of it coming to an end. So here comes the pitch from Alex Lang. It is a fastball swung on, and it's hooked foul just to the right of the first base bag. So he's up ahead of Tony Kemp, 0-1. Kemp is going to be a difficult guy to double up. He still runs pretty good. Kemp began his career with the Houston Astros at the major league level, and then he went to the Cubs, and now he's found his way in with Oakland. He's only got 9 stolen bases in one season as his career high, but he does move well. He's not a base stealer per se. One would have to say you probably got to get on base to be able to steal him. And there is a breaking ball swung at down in the dirt. The count is now 0-2. I think if I'm Alex Lang, I'm going to go with a fastball away and then come back with a breaking ball again. I want to make that the out pitch to Tony Kemp. I don't know if I'd go right back to the breaking ball right now, but let's see if you can do something away and then come back. Comes the pitch from Lang, and he turns to move the runner back to second base. Bolt is in his mind. He certainly is his center of attention. So Bolt gets his lead at second. Lang holds the ball at the belt. He kicks out, he delivers. It is a fastball. They asked to see if he went down at third base, and third base umpire said no, he didn't go, so it's going to be a ball, 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. We do appreciate everybody checking in on us today and listening. We had a couple of big crowds the other 2 nights when we did the games with the Dodgers and the Braves. Of course, this is an afternoon affair, and most people are still at work. We get the opportunity to call this one. So here comes the 1-2 pitch. It's a breaking ball swung on and tap foul over on the first base side. And the count remains at 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Athletics are clinging on to this lead here as they jumped out to the 8 runs in the first 4 innings. Lang holds the ball at the belt. He checks the runner Bolt at second. Goodrum's in between the runner and the base. There's a fastball that misses low and away, and the count is now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Joby1 Kenobi says he watched the Giants play the Reds a few months back, and they don't seem to be able to get the best of the Brew Crew. And there's a fastball swung on. It has popped up into shallow center field. Moving underneath it is the center fielder, Badu. He's going to make the catch. That is going to retire Kemp for the second out of the inning. That's going to leave it up to the catcher, Yan Gomes. Gomes strolls to the plate. He is 2 for 4 today. He's got a double, a single, a couple RBIs, and he's flown out the other 2 times to the center fielder. Just as we're saying, Tony Kemp has been busy in left field. Akil Baddoo has been rather busy for an outfielder for the Tigers as well. He has himself, looks like 7 putouts today. And that's exactly what it is. There's a 98-mile-an-hour fastball from Alex Lang delivered for a called strike. And the count is 0-1. Joby Wan says his spell check, he says, is pound the Reds, not phone the Reds. Well, maybe they were calling the Reds to find out how you don't get pounded again. So here we go, back to the action. Lang holding the ball at the belt. He checks the runner Bolt at second. He kicks and delivers. It is a fastball swung on. It's tap foul on the third base side. Gomes went after a bad pitch. That pitch was down by his ankles. So no balls and 2 strikes to Gomes. Right-handed hitter digs in at the plate. Lang gets the sign from his catcher, Haas. Comes set at the belt. He kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball swung on and missed. And that is going to retire Yan Gomes here in the top of the 9th inning. So stay with us, everybody. We're going to the bottom of the 9th inning. The Tigers have got their last wraps coming up here. It is an 8-6 game for the A's in their half of the 9th inning. They had no runs. There was 1 hit. There were no errors and 2 runners left aboard. We're now moving to the bottom of the 9th inning. It is the Oakland Athletics 8, the Detroit Tigers 6. Here comes the home stretch. Be right back in just a moment.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I'll take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's another Hollis build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Welcome back, everybody. We're moving to the bottom of the ninth inning. It is going to be scheduled to hit for Detroit Zach Short, Robbie Grossman, and J. Mark Candelario. And so we're going to see what they have to bring. They're going to be facing, it looks like Sergio Romo has come in to replace Andrew Chafin. So the veteran right-hander is going to be making his appearance. Sergio Romo, of course, his big years, you could argue, were with the San Francisco Giants across the Bay. But he has also had opportunities to pitch in Tampa Bay and other locations, and certainly he thrived there as well. So Sergio Romo is coming in to take over for Andrew Chafin. Romo has pitched in 51 innings this year. He's got an ERA of 3.18. The veteran is going to be 39 years old next year. He's 38 now. He is born in March of 1983. He spent most of his years with the Giants, and then he also had time with Tampa, the Dodgers, Miami, Minnesota, and now he is back in the Bay Area with Oakland. Still going strong at 38 years old, and he's going to face a pinch hitter in Derek Hill. Derek Hill is coming off the bench, so he is going to bat for Short here, and the Sergio Romo is getting things underway, and the first pitch is a breaking ball swung out and missed, and Derek Hill is in the hole 0-1. Romo working from the set position with nobody on. He kicks in, he delivers, and it is a breaking ball taken for a called strike. And the count is now quickly 0-2. Derek Hill, a former first-round pick of the Tigers, drafted 23rd overall in the 2014 draft. There is a breaking ball swung on and missed, and Hill is retired very efficiently by Sergio Romo. 3 pitches. He's going back to the dugout. Just about to say Derek Hill made his major league debut last year. He's had himself a decent campaign this year, batting .274 coming into today's game, but that's not going to help his batting average as he walks back to the dugout. And that's going to bring up the left fielder, Robbie Grossman. You got to think that the Tigers need to get themselves a runner because they do have Miguel Cabrera waiting in the wings. So here comes Robbie Grossman to the plate. The first pitch to him is a fastball that misses inside. The count is 1-0. Grossman today is 1 for 4. He singled his last time up and scored a run. He struck out a couple of times, and he has popped out to the shortstop. So here comes the pitch. It's a changeup taken for a called strike, and the count is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Romo gets the sign from his catcher. He kicks and he delivers. There is a fastball taken for a called strike, and Robbie Grossman doesn't like that call, and based on the K-zone, it didn't like it either. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Romo comes set at the belt. He kicks and he delivers. There is a 2-seamer that moves over to the arm side. So here we go. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. There's the pitch from Romo. It's a fastball swung on and fouled off into the ankle. Hobbles around home plate, and we're going to do the 2-2 pitch all over again. The thing I will say is there's a lot of discipline there for Robbie Grossman at the plate. So here we go back to the live action. And the pitch from Romo is a changeup that misses off the plate. The count is now 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Romo comes set at the chest, and here's the payoff pitch to Grossman, and it is outside for ball 4. And the Tigers got what they are looking for, a base runner, so that brings the tying run to the plate. And that is in the form of Jamar Candelario. Candelario today is 2 for 4. Yet the 3-run homer in the 7th inning to bring the Tigers to within 2. He's also singled, struck out, and grounded to first. So there's a lot of entertainment going on here. The Tigers are definitely putting the pressure on to them here. You see, Steve Rademacher says that the Brewers and the Giants are tied up at 1. That's correct. And the Phillies are up on the Nats 7-6. Here comes the first pitch to Candelario. It's a fastball swung on and fouled away over the third base side. And the count is 0-1. We are into crunch time here in Detroit. So no balls and 1 strike. Romo comes set at the chest. He kicks and he delivers, and it is a off-speed pitch that misses outside, and the count is 1-1. Tigers have been the kings of the comebacks lately, as they had themselves a comeback yesterday, and there is a throw over to first base, and Grossman is back in time. Here comes the pitch from Romo. It's a breaking ball that misses inside. The count is 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Candelario looking to keep things going here for the Tigers in their half of the 9th inning. Here's the pitch from Romo. It is a fastball swung on and fouled away over the third base dugout, and the count remains at 2-2. It's not been an easy inning for Romo. The Tigers have made him work. This is going to be his 15th pitch of the inning. Candelario is going to continue to battle. Comes the pitch from Romo, and this pitch is swung on. This ball is hammered to right field. If it stays fair, it's going to be a home run, and it is just hooked foul down that right field line. And Candelario gave the Tiger fans something to get excited about. He almost had himself his 2nd home run of the ball game, and that would have tied the game. But it just hooked foul down the right field line. The right fielder for the Oakland A's, as they made some of their changes, which would have been Chad Pinder now, he really had to go to all the way and just basically watch it fall into the stands. He wouldn't have had a shot at it. And there's a fastball swung on and fouled away by Candelario, and the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Eric Haas is waiting on deck. So here comes the 2-2 to Candelario, and the pitch is swung on. This ball is hammered, and again, it's just hooked foul down the right field line. That one there was not going to be in home run territory, but it is hit into the stands, and A young man from Allen Park, Michigan is going to take that one home. And the count remains 2-2. We've got ourselves a battle here with Candelario and Romo. This is going to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat to Jamar. And here's the pitch, and it is a fastball swung on. This is lifted into deep left field. Moving back on the warning track is Mark Canna, and he's going to make the grab on the track. And it gave Tiger fans something to get excited about, but that is going to be the second out of the inning. So that's going to leave it up to catcher Eric Haas. Eric Haas has got some juice in the bat. He's got 19 bombs this year. He hasn't hit one in a while. But he's got the ability to put one into the seats. Have a conference on the mound as Yan Gomes has gone out to talk to his reliever, Romo. Been a while since Eric Haas has hit a home run. His last home run came on August the 13th. He had only one home run in the month of August. He's 2 for 12 in this series, so the pride of Dearborn, Michigan steps into the plate. Romo comes set at the belt. He kicks and he delivers. There's a breaking ball that misses outside, and it's 1 ball and no strikes to Haas. Here comes the pitch, and it is a breaking ball swung on and missed. And that is now going to even the count at 1-1. And so the Tigers got Grossman at first with 2 away here. Trailing 8-6 in the bottom of the 9th inning. And Eric Haas, it's left up to him to keep it going. Romo gets the sign from his catcher, Gomes. He delivers. There's a breaking ball swung on and missed, and the count is 1-2. Those were 2 pretty long swings by Haas as he's come out and around the ball and come up with nothing. 2 pretty good pitches by Sergio Romo. So here comes the 1-2 pitch. Romo kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball that misses outside. So went back to the well for a 3rd time, but 3rd time was not a charm. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Haas. This is going to be the 23rd pitch of the inning for Romo. Comes set at the chest. He kicks and he delivers, and it is a breaking ball swung on. It's grounded to short. It's fielded by Elvis Andrews. He fires to first, and it's going to be picked out of the dirt by Matt Olson, but that is going to do it. A nail biter in the end after a game that had looked like it was going to be all Oakland today. The final score from Comerica Park in Detroit, Michigan, it is the Oakland Athletics 8, the Detroit Tigers 6. We appreciate everybody for taking the time to stop in to listen to our programming again today. Thank everybody for being a part of this. We'll just give you a quick recap of the out-of-town scoreboard, then we're going to call it a day. We're going to sign ourselves off. So quick look at the out-of-town scoreboard. You've got the Philadelphia Phillies with a 7-6 lead over the Washington Nationals. That game is going to the bottom of the 9th inning. And in the top of the 5th inning, the Milwaukee Brewers are all knotted up at 1s with the San Francisco Giants. Once again, everybody, we appreciate you listening to another Last Drafts Baseball video production. We hope you all have a great day. Come on back and see us again later. We're going to be back on the air again tomorrow. We are undecided. At some point, we are going to do the Dodgers and the Giants this weekend. We may save that for Saturday night. All right, everybody, have a great day. We will catch you again later. Thanks again for listening.